Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bonsai Movie Crew. I am hosting this week, and I'm Karen.
Joseph. Sorry.
Matthew.
Matthew.
We just jumped right into it that time. We didn't even there was no giggling or silence. Or
I'm
nothing.
a very professional person.
Karen's like, we're just getting right to the fucking thing.
Listen, I'm going to do this. This is a fucking,
do it, man.
This is a fucking business.
Your
I'm
show.
also going to say I might
week.
sound a little different because I am getting over a sickness.
Yeah.
I'm not so much down with it.
Matt's
not down with the sickness.
Matt's being a trooper this week. He did not feel so great and decided he was going to come and do the show anyway because he is a fucking trooper.
Let's put it like this, though. He's sick. He gets no mouth hugs this week. None.
Yeah. Joseph's putting his foot down. He's not trying to get
down,
sick.
and I'll keep him mouth shut.
So, I guess we'll jump right into the news, and I'm gonna give the first one because I'm hosting this week. I'm just very excited about this. I saw before I came, right before I came, actually, there's gonna be a new Reno movie coming out.
Really?
It's a Christmas movie.
Oh, fuck.
It's called Reno 911. It's a Wonderful Heist.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, and Terry's back.
Really?
Yep.
That might be the reason.
I might watch it for that
I'm
one.
so freaking excited.
Anything for Nick Swartzen, man.
It's on Comedy Central is where it's premiering, and I think it's on December 3rd. So it'll probably come to Paramount though,
right.
because Paramount has Comedy Central. So I'll probably wait until it goes there. But I'm so freaking excited. I saw you should check out the trailer. It's freaking
I'll have
great.
to look that one up. I
it
didn't see that one.
I've kind of always had a thing for Terry. I think Terry's
I love
funny.
Terry. Terry's my favorite.
He's
I love when you find out in the very first movie that they did that he's actually not a liar. Everything he said, right, Terry,
his dad
whatever.
shows up with a jet and everything.
yeah. And he's like, I just bought your new album. Fuck you, Dad, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, his dad is what's his name?
Pee Wee Herman.
Paul
Rubin.
Paul Rubin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah,
Rubin.
that's what it is.
Anyway, that's all I had for news. I was just too excited to hold it in.
I didn't have that for news, so I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. Well, I literally watched it before I came.
If you haven't noticed, a lot of our news about entertainment tends to be more like thriller or horror themed. You realize that?
Or comedy. Like in that case, it was comedy.
Yeah.
And I have news on actually Avatar this week.
Fuck
2.
Avatar.
Screw Avatar.
So Avatar cost
Make a new Alita.
Mm-hmm.
so Avatar cost
in
$250 million to
Fuck
make.
that movie.
So this movie literally has to make $2 billion worldwide it has to be.
I hope it fucking tanks.
It has to make either fourth or fifth highest grossing in the world of all time in order to actually
probably
break
won't tank.
or to break even.
It probably won't tank. I don't know why people are so interested in seeing people like blue people.
I don't get it either, but
Like you said,
it's just interesting to me because
It is. It's blue Pocahontas.
yeah. So the movie because it cost $250 million. Apparently, if the movie tanks, because I think they've already filmed this one and 3, 2 and 3 has already been filmed, and I think that in order for them to go on with 4 and 5, these have to be successful.
I hope to God they're not.
So I hope they tank.
Fail.
I do too.
I don't care about Avatar. Like I watched the first one, it was cool, I guess, for its time, but it wasn't nothing revolutionary.
And if they've already done 2 and 3, like I'm not a fan past 3, like just in general of anything.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, because
care.
then you're kicking a dead horse. At
Yeah,
that
I
point.
don't care for anything past a trilogy. I think that anything past a trilogy is just ridiculous.
I agree.
So if you've already done 2 and 3, just stop. Be done.
Right.
There's no reason to go on any farther.
No. If you can't tell the story in 3 movies, and this is aside the amazing slasher films of the 80s, but you know what I mean? Like if you can't tell in 3 movies, just stop.
Just stop, yeah. Also, there's a movie trailer out for a movie called Inside. It's got Willem Dafoe in it. He plays a some kind of art robber. I don't know. He apparently breaks into some expensive, lavish apartment, tries to steal some art, and he goes into lockdown, and he's stuck inside this apartment. And I'm not really sure
so it's like a heist movie?
No, it's more of a psychological thriller, I think.
Huh.
So, like, because he's, like, stuck inside this place where, like, he's got limited resources, limited food, and it's just an apartment that he's, like, locked down inside of. So it looks interesting, and I'll watch anything with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, I agree. I like
so,
Willem
also in some actually very, very sad news this week, Jason David Frank passed away.
Yes.
If anybody knows who that is the Green Ranger and the White Ranger and the Black Ranger and the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers. He died.
Wait, which Ranger was he?
He was the original Green Ranger.
Wasn't he real healthy and stuff?
Yeah. He was only 49.
Yeah, he was the one who was in, like, he had tap out.
Yeah, he was all tatted up and shit. He was an actual,
and,
he was an actual MMA fighter.
Yeah, and I think he also had tap out tattooed on his arm, and the T was a cross. Like, I think he was also religious.
Yeah, he was very religious.
Yeah.
So they haven't released the cause of death, but it's speculated and it's been rumored that it was a suicide, which is extremely sad because
agreed.
He seemed like a really happy dude, and he was like, we was one of the original Power Rangers that really, really like stuck to his fan base, and he really connected with his fans. And honestly, dude, he was the coolest fucking Power Ranger. Whenever I was show, the original Power Ranger show came out whenever I was like 7 or 8, and I remember growing up on that show, and it was fucking awesome because they didn't have shit like that on TV back then.
I had a group of friends that wasn't really a group of friends; it was me and 2 other people. But we like to try to make up like other ones.
Other Ranger, yeah.
Like, what Ranger this should be.
I used to do the same thing. You like
with one guy who.
How did you do that though? They already used all the primary colors.
Not back whenever the original show was out. I was like, I want to be the Gold Ranger. They're like,
That's
gold.
true.
Because I remember when I was young and we would play Power Rangers, everybody wanted to be the Green or Red Ranger.
Yeah.
And then, because it was Red Ranger for a long time, but then the Green Ranger came out, and it was like, oh, I'm the Green Ranger. And then the Green Ranger turned white.
Yeah.
And then everybody wanted to be the White Ranger because they all changed their collars and stuff around.
Because he looked cool. He looked awesome.
He was like the prize one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I feel bad, and I'm sorry that he passed away. He was only 49, man. He was not that old.
No, he wasn't.
And he was actually a really nice dude, and
yeah, from what
it's really sad that he's gone.
From everything I've seen, he was a really good guy.
I don't think enough people are talking about it, honestly, because
I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't agree. It's not big enough news.
It's not big enough news, honestly. I think it should be bigger than it is.
Circles, it seems like, in the circles that we run with.
Yeah, nerd circles.
Yeah, like I'm noticing a lot of my friends talking about it and not really anywhere else.
It's sad because honestly, he's a huge part of it. Anybody my age, like part of your childhood, dude. Yeah. Like you grew up watching this dude on TV every weekend, and it sucks. It really sucks because he was.
Well, like you said, he was very.
He had just
his fan base.
Yeah, he had just retired from the Power Rangers franchise. Mm-hmm. He was going on to make a new, more adult movie, and it was called something the White Dragon or something, and I think it's like Enter the White Dragon or something. And it was supposed to be like in martial arts, kind of like Power Rangers, where he morphed into something, like some kind of like suited guy or whatever.
Sure.
And I guess that's in post production. So I don't know. That'll be like his legacy movie, I suppose. Now. Well,
now they also got enough technology now with like movies to where they can put because they did it with the guy in Rogue One. He's been dead for years, and they made that movie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And they did it for the new with Carrie Fisher. They did it. So
they did it.
Well, at the very least, anything he didn't get filmed before he died.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I think it was all done. It was in post production, so that means filming's done.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all the news I have. And if you guys, anybody who's listening, get on Twitter or whatever, and just give a little shout out to Jason David Frank.
Absolutely.
Post something that you remember best about him. Obviously, it's probably going to be a Power Rangers sort of thing, but
sure.
Anyway,
all right. So I guess we'll jump into what we've been watching. So Matt, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I didn't really watch. I've been watching. I watch a lot more TV shows like Burn Notice and stuff. But I was going through movies this week, and I did watch R.I.P.D. 2.
Oh, God.
Jeez, dude.
I saw that.
Jeremiah tried to talk me into watching it. I'm like, dude, I'm not that.
The only reason,
Jeffrey Donovan.
The only reason I watched it was Jeffrey Donovan. That's the only reason.
That's the only reason why I was going to watch it.
You knew that, right?
What? I knew that. That's why he watched it. Yeah, of course.
That's the only reason I watched it.
That's the only reason why I would have watched it.
Yeah.
Because you tell me R.I.P.D. 2 and it's straight to video. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I did like the fact though that I don't. Should I use?
Go ahead,
spoilers?
man. Spoil away, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
never
not
gonna watch it.
Well, I like the fact that his partner was basically ended up being Joan of Arc.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Like,
So who did he play?
he played the guy that was played by
The younger version of Jeff Bridges?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was that basically he was the character that Jeff Bridges was like going into. This is how I died and stuff, and this is what happened.
Okay.
And then
That's what I thought. I wasn't
And
sure.
then the guy that played the killer in Barbarian played the
killer?
devil, not the
Bill
devil.
Moseley.
He was one of the devils.
In Barbarian?
You talking about Bill Moseley?
What are you talking about?
The guy who played the killer in Barbarian. That Barbarian movie we watched.
Oh, you're talking about
Or not? Shit.
fuck. Richard Brake.
Yeah, Richard Brake.
he
Why
was
did I
in
say Bill Moseley?
Oh, you probably
Lose
think
my
Devil's
fucking
Rejects or
mind. Yeah,
something.
Bill lose my fucking
he was
mind.
like he was like the evil. They said he was like. They said that he was like a part of the Holy Trinity, the Trinity of devils. Apparently, there was like 3 big devils.
Yeah, he'd definitely be one of them.
Yeah,
So
for sure. He'd do a good job of it,
And
too.
he was
He could be all 3.
Yeah.
He was trying to bring the Deados, out and take over humans. And stuff.
Right.
It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, like, it wasn't a good movie. But
It wasn't a bad movie. I mean, it wasn't a good movie.
like, because I even turned it on, not thinking, well, I'm not going to get around this. Like, I was like I was braiding hemp and watching it. Okay, there was like not really much going on. There was even one part where my mom wanted to go to Walmart and I paused it and left.
That's when you know you're not really into a movie. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, I'm not really doing much.
I needed some things. I paused the movie and everything. I came back and watched the rest of it. Yeah,
See, I probably would have forgot about it. Like, oh, fuck, I was watching a movie.
but yeah, the only reason I watched it is because
Put it like this. He wasn't like getting all antsy through Walmart saying, Mom, we got to hurry up. I need to go finish that movie.
No, he wasn't. He
No, he wasn't
excited.
doing that. He wasn't excited at all.
I really only watched it because Jeffrey Donovan. That was the only reason. Because you don't see him in much. And, like, if he is in much, I'm missing it.
Yeah. He is an actor that is very underutilized because he's a good actor. And he's pretty funny for the most part.
I feel that way about Dylan McDermott. I really like him. He was in season 1 of American Horror Story. Played the psychiatrist.
Okay, yeah, the husband. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really like him.
He's a good actor, too, because he was in season 3, 2?
Yeah, he's in
2.
he's in different seasons
Yeah.
as different people.
He
and
was,
then
he was the crazy son or whatever.
Yeah,
the second
bloody
one.
face, and then he was also he's reprised his role as a psychiatrist a couple of times, and I've seen him in other stuff. But he actually witnessed his mother get murdered
In real life?
in real life
That's
when he was
awesome.
like 4.
Oh, 4? Fuck, you can't remember.
He was
that.
like 4 or 5.
Yeah, actually, your memory starts developing at.
Yeah, he witnessed it, and he was in the trial.
Yeah, they say that you.
As a witness.
They say that your memories start coming at the age of 3.
That's crazy.
He was before he was in kindergarten. I remember that, but he was young, and yeah, I
Was it
like
a crazy
I like him.
ex-boyfriend or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really young. I remember that about him, and I think he's just one of those guys that should be in more stuff. I like him.
Yeah. He's a good
Sorry.
looking dude, too.
Did you watch anything else?
Trying to remember if I did. No, that was about it.
Okay. What about you, Joseph?
Oh, wait.
Blah, 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 blah.
I decided to watch. This is the movie, but I decided to watch a guy play. I wanted to watch a really modded out version of Fallout 4, and this is kind of a coincidence. I was watching the guy, and I found out the name of his channel is Just Me Matt.
No.
So I was watching. I actually started watching because I like the really modded out videos because I can't do it because I got a game system, not a computer. But his I was watching and I realized that the name of his character and the Fallout 4 is Captain Joseph.
That's hilarious.
Funny.
Wow.
He named it after me.
Wow.
And I told my mom that, and she's like, "Huh, that's like a wink and dink." And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of funny." I thought it was just.
I'm your captain, Matt.
No, it's because he made his guy basically. He was like an old because in the game, your character is ex-military, and he did this whole life thing where it was like the guy was a gunner and stuff, so he was a captain. And, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. No more interruptions for me. I'm sorry.
Can your captain go now?
Yes.
So
He's gonna
I
refer to
didn't
himself as that from
watch
now on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain.
And if he's the captain, we're all
It doesn't
dead.
have a very good ring though. It doesn't have a good ring to
Captain
it.
Joseph.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good.
It doesn't.
What did I watch? I watched been watching Always Sunny every night with dinner.
Always sunny every night.
Always Sunny every night. Even when it's cloudy, it's sunny.
It's true.
It's sunny at my house. And it's always Philadelphia.
You know, I watched somebody say they was doing a joke about that. It was like they're talking about how it's called Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and it shouldn't be called that because it's not always sunny in Philadelphia. It's actually sometimes sunny, so it should be sometimes fun, sometimes. Or
Well, it's always sunny for them.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
I think it's one of those things where what's the old slang or the old saying where it never shines on a something ass or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do, but I don't remember the
I can't remember the
exact
saying, but I think it has something pertains kind of something to like that.
I know, but I still thought the video of him saying it was.
But I didn't watch much. I watched that Slumberland movie that's on Netflix, and me and the kids watched it. And I remember watching the movie Little Nemo. You know what I'm talking about? The
Finding
cartoon? No, Little Nemo.
Little
It's a cartoon about the little boy who goes to Slumberland and then has to travel to Nightmare Land to battle the nightmare and all that. You never
Nope.
seen it?
Nope.
Oh my
You're
god.
on a blank.
It's a fucking classic.
It's
a kids movie.
Maybe
And
I've
honestly,
seen it.
it looks like it could be a Disney movie, but it's not a Disney movie.
I don't. I've never seen it. I've seen the Brave Little Toaster.
Well, I'm gonna type it in because apparently there's things that I've watched that I don't remember watching. So I'm just gonna look at it.
He flies around on his bed, and he has to use.
Nope.
Never seen it?
Nope.
Oh my god, it's so good, so good.
I remember when we were in high school, you guys fell into it for a minute. Like it was like, have you seen Little Nemo? Because
I knew of that movie ever since I was a little kid.
That's just when it got brought up. But.
It's a movie that I gotta say, if you've never seen Little Nemo and you have kids or you're looking for an old classic cartoon that's really fucking good, that also maybe you don't like Disney, this is a good non-Disney movie. The movie's awesome. So it's about a little boy that goes to Slumberland. He falls asleep, goes to Slumberland, and he meets a little clown dude named Flip. So Flip guides him through Slumberland, and he meets the king of Slumberland and his daughter, who I can't remember her name. So eventually he has to. So the king gives him a key. He uses the key to open up the door that leads to Nightmare Land. Nightmare come out and takes the king and captures them, and he has to go rescue the king. And eventually he has to rescue all of his friends too.
So it's like a sequel to the original.
I'm not really. No, it's not a sequel.
Yeah.
So a Little Nemo is about a little boy. This one is like, it takes place in Slumberland, but Slumberland is completely different. It's made up of everybody's dreams.
Okay.
So you travel from dream to dream.
So it's just like in the same universe as.
The thing is Little Nemo, the whole series, the Slumberland series, is like, I want to say, a series of children's books or something like that.
Oh.
Something like that. But like this movie is nothing like that cartoon.
Oh.
The movie is more like Jason Momoa plays Flip.
Oh.
So whereas like in the original cartoon, Flip was this little short, chubby clown dude who's always got a cigar in his mouth and he's very rough around the edges. When Jason Momoa, I mean, he was comical. Jason Momoa kind of plays that, minus the cigar and being a little chubby, short dude. Now he's like this tall, goofy dude. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Drop Dead Fred or Beetlejuice, kind of like in that vein. And he does a really good job. And then the little girl, her name is Nemo. So they gender swapped that, and I didn't care about, huh?
This is a cartoon?
No, this is a movie. This is an actual movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's very CG heavy. It was very good, though. I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Doesn't hold a candle to the original cartoon, but that's just probably nostalgia speaking there. Mm-hmm. But I would recommend it. I watched it with the kids, and even my oldest, who's 15, said she's like, I'm only gonna watch it because it's I'm watching it with you, Dad. And then by the end of the movie, she said it was really good. So I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. Critics were a little critics and audiences were divided on it. Like had a low critic score, high audience score. So check it out if you want. I liked it. I would recommend it, and especially if you have kids or anything like that, and you're into that kind of shit. And instead of Nightmare Land, there's like a sea of nightmares, and I didn't like that aspect too much. I liked them going to Nightmare Land in the original, which was awesome. It gave a very much a darker tone to the end of the movie that it needed for there to be brightness at the end. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the climax was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for that, in this, they do that, but not in the same vein. It's just not the same to me, So, but check it out. You guys check it out. I thought it was good.
Okay.
That's all I watched.
I want to say one more thing that I forgot to think.
God damn, Matt. Figure it out, dude. Stay on track.
A couple weeks ago, I said I was watching that Dairy.
You gotta pass because you're sick.
That Dairy Girls show.
Yeah.
It has Liam Neeson in it.
Does it?
He's only got 2 short roles. He's the police captain, but it has Liam Neeson in it.
That's funny.
Is it how old is this show?
It's recent. Like it's,
oh really?
Yeah,
okay.
and it's because Liam Neeson. He's the chief of police, and but it shows him like twice, and I was just like, I thought I got to tell you guys because
who doesn't love Liam Neeson? Well, I've actually watched a lot of shit because I've been off work since Tuesday. We finished Only Murders in the Building, which I freaking loved. I can't wait for season 3.
Just recently?
Yeah, I did.
I've only watched like one episode.
Well,
so.
here's the problem is I get away from things. Like we've talked about, like you're in the mood for certain genres. I haven't been in
even
the mood
that,
for
not
that.
even that, but also like I forget about shows.
No, I haven't forgotten about it. I've been wanting to get back to it. It's just I haven't really been in the mood for it, But we finally did finish it, and I can't wait for season 3. That freaking show's great. I watched Candyman, the new one. I really liked it. I loved a lot about it. The only thing, the ending didn't.
A lot of people had gripes about the ending.
I didn't understand.
So the ending.
No, I understand.
Oh.
I don't understand the whole legend. Literally, the legend says, if you call him, he will kill you. The person who calls him will get killed.
I'm going to explain that because you're talking about the girl, right? So the whole point of that, I believe, is that so that she can tell the story. Because,
I get that.
Hold on, because if you think about it, the little boy, the girl and the boy who called him, which was him, he called him before, but who was able to spread the story? He was, because he witnessed it, and that was her whole deal. And
the girl and the boy, which one? What are you talking about?
the guy who turns him into Candyman, the guy that owns the laundromat or whatever.
He didn't call him. His sister did.
His sister did, and he witnessed him, and he was able to tell the story.
Right.
And I think that's the whole point. That is her thing is to spread the story.
I get that they need a witness.
Right.
Right.
And also,
the witness
he's
can't
killing
be
cops, man.
I get it. But in order for it to follow the legend, the witness should have been one of the cops. And I understand why it wasn't one of the cops. I get why she should have been the witness. I understand all of those things. But it also goes against the legend. The entire
I understand. Yeah.
legend. It didn't. I didn't hate it because of that.
There's a few gripes about the movie.
Yeah,
the biggest thing for the movie for me was tone.
Oh, absolutely.
The tone of the movie,
the tone
the cinematography.
was amazing. The cinematography was amazing.
Dude, that scene where the lady gets killed in her apartment, and all you see is her getting picked up from the window. That was such a good shot. I was like, that was awesome.
I literally gasped because I was sitting there and I was like,
and then it just drug across the thing. I was like, dude, that is such a good shot.
Yeah, he's like, did you just gasp? I'm like, I did.
Like, that was good. That was a good shot. That was a good scene.
The thing that killed me was because one of the things that always struck me about the original was the music.
Yeah.
That soundtrack just set the stage so well for that movie. And in this one, it didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it's never going to be as good, I think, as the first one, as far as, the soundtrack, how well it set the stage. But it was damn good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The movie itself, cinematography, score, all that stuff, it was really good, well lit. It was good.
I mean, and the acting
good color
was great.
tones and all that. And what's his name? Yahya Abdul.
Yes,
Pateen
he did.
I
a very
fucking
good,
love that.
He
Dude.
did
That
a
dude
very
can
good
act
job.
his ass off.
And
man.
I loved the puppet stuff that they did.
Yeah, that was another big thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
The opening title card, and also whenever they're explaining everything with those.
Yes,
I thought
that was really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give too much away because you still want
I
to
like
watch
that
it,
because it was better than doing a flashback of the
yes,
original movie.
absolutely,
You know what
yes.
I mean? Like I like that. Like
yeah,
let's do it this
like,
way.
I was even thinking that when I was watching it, I was like, every movie should do this. I feel like doing a flashback is cheap now.
It is cheap.
I feel like you're just
It is
you're,
cheap.
You're
right.
You're being cheap. You're cheating. You're cheating. If you do a flashback from now on, you are cheating.
You're doing 3 minutes of filler, bitch.
Yeah, you are cheating. But anyway, I don't want to give too much away because Matt hasn't seen it and he still wants to see it. That's why I was trying to say like the end, like that it didn't piss me off, but it was just kind of like.
See, no, that's all right. You can say something and I'll forget it by the way.
I was gonna say that I don't think Matt's he was really paying attention.
Well,
anyway.
no. Also, that's one of the only good things about short-term memory. My short-term memory loss is people can say something about a movie, and then by the time I watch it, I totally forgot.
Wait, what'd you just say? Like 2 minutes ago?
That was really the only thing I wouldn't say hated. It was just like that is totally wrong.
There's ways to explain it away, though, but you shouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. There are, but they're all weak.
Right.
Compared to that legend. That legend is so big now, right?
Yeah.
Even in the real world, it's so big that you belittle it with any explanation you get.
Let me put it like this. Would you recommend?
Absolutely.
Do you think it's better than the other sequels?
With the exception of the second one, and the only reason I'll say that is because I liked the exploration into the original Candyman's background.
Right. Okay. I've heard that before too.
Sure. And
I heard the third one really sucked.
I didn't watch anything past. So I can't really speak on any of the other sequels. But I will say
I think I've only seen the first one and maybe the second one. I know I've seen the first one, but it's been so long ago.
Well, and I'll say this too, since he says he can't remember anything, but I really loved the fact that it depended on what legend you found, what Candyman you got. That was neat as fuck to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was really cool. I really liked that.
What'd you think about the holes in the face?
That doesn't bother me.
Oh.
You're the one that's got a problem with that. I seen it and I was like, oh man, poor Joseph. That really would fuck you up.
Yeah.
Maybe like
I was.
What do they call that?
a trichtophobia.
Trichtophobia, yeah.
I heard about. I remember you saying that, and I've seen pictures on like thing where they're like it's a skin disease and it has that stuff.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Anything on the skin or in the skin, like if you show me like stuff on the skin, like growing on the skin, like or like.
So don't send you any like zip videos or anything.
No. What this is it's like a clickbait thing.
Yeah.
It's like they'll show this and it's got all these little holes. And it looks
It's not a real thing.
but then because there's something like my friend Milo, he has a problem with eyes being messed with in movies. I don't like when they tear the fingernails out.
I can't do that. I can't do the eye. Like there was, I think, a Zombie. You guys ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember the really slow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I don't mind the eye. I don't mind the fingernail thing. There are certain other things do bother me. Have you ever seen the music video for? It's a Korn music video. I think it's called Not Thoughtless. I don't know, but they like go through all those things that drive people nuts, like sticking
Is it
something.
Cartoon?
Oh, like
It's a cartoon, yeah.
that's the one that has the needle going
into the fingernail.
In the fingernail, yeah.
And it's all animated, but still, it's like supposed to like get under your skin.
Mm-hmm.
That movie,
There's a song called
that
Under
music
Your
video didn't bother me that much. The only thing that bothers me is anything inside the skin. It's weird. It's gross.
So you must have not liked Mummy.
No, that
scare
doesn't
him?
bother me. That didn't bother me. That's different. That's not. That looks fake as fuck. So
Yeah, it was CGI. So
Yeah, let's face it.
I mean, back then it was kind of like
Mummy didn't age well whenever it comes to CG.
Well, none of it did really.
Yeah.
I mean, think about the first time you played Resident Evil. You're like, these graphics are amazing.
I know, right? Yeah.
Then you go back and play Resident
I
Evil. Now,
remember.
you're like,
I tried to play. What was it? It was Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Or no, it was Grand Theft Auto 3, and I'm like playing. I'm like, God damn, I played this shit. Mm-hmm. Like we are so
like
spoiled
my eyes
now,
are
dude.
burning.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even see any. Like, how did I play this game before?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even
But
see
you have
anything.
to remember
Like,
the TVs now, like, are terrible to play that shit on.
Oh,
Like,
for
we
sure.
actually have old TVs just for that purpose.
right.
Like, set aside for older gaming.
Older games.
Yeah.
Then you didn't sit on top of a TV like you do nowadays or monitors. Like back in the day, if you were playing a game, you were like, I mean, you were close to it, I guess, because you had
Yeah, because
controllers.
the controllers were wired.
But at the same time, you weren't standing right up on the TV like you do these high definition monitors and shit nowadays.
Also, I watched Law and Order again because I'm trying to finish it because I want to get to the Stabler one.
I'm sorry, Law and Order is kind of one of the boring ones.
Not SVU.
Really?
No,
I've never watched
I liked
SVU.
SVU. You wouldn't. I don't think you'd like it.
I don't like it. I've never watched any of them.
I don't think because it's all about bad things happening to kids and women.
See,
and,
I don't like hearing about bad
Yeah, I
stuff
don't think-
that
I don't
That's why
happens
it's
to
called
kids.
Special Victims Unit.
Yeah,
I did like Criminal Minds, but there were ones when it happened to kids and stuff. I was like, oh, I don't know.
yeah. I'm trying to get to the Stabler one about organized crime. So I want to finish this one so I can get to that one. I don't think I really have to, but I've started it, so I want to. I watched a movie called Bloodsucking Bastards. It was on my watch
Was
list.
that about vampires?
Yeah. And I've watched it before. I didn't
think I've
realize
heard of
until about
this.
midway through, and I'm like, oh, I've seen this.
I think I've heard of this.
Yes, some dude like gets passed over for a promotion, and the dude that they hired is actually a vampire, and he turns the whole office into vampires.
Yeah, it's like an
and-
Office theme.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I liked it the first time I watched it, but I watched it again because
I think it was around the same time that that movie with Steven Yeun came out.
no, that one came out a couple years later.
Did it?
Rampage.
Was it Rampage?
I think it's called Rampage.
And then there's another movie of the same similarity, not with him in it, but with a different dude. I can't remember the name of that one either. But it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
It's an
Steven Yeun.
Office
The
thing.
Steven Yeun one was good, but that was more about like a zombie rage virus or something, wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
don't remember.
I watched a movie called We Are What We Are. That was sort of like a movie about cannibals. It was okay.
I think I've heard of that one too.
It was okay. It was on my watch list.
Wait, was
and-
that about the girl and the dad, or the two girls and the dad? Yeah, okay, I've seen
Yeah,
that one.
it was okay.
Yeah, it's forgettable.
Yeah, yeah.
It's forgettable.
I watched Smile.
Eh.
Jack wanted to watch it with me, with us, and I'll tell you, I didn't hate it.
I didn't like it.
The only thing I will give you is that it was very predictable. I could tell you what
That's
was going
why
to
I didn't
happen.
like it.
Yeah, I get that.
I need something new, man. I'm tired of the same old shit.
I get that. I mean, I could tell you exactly what was going to happen when it was going to happen. I predicted basically the entire movie before something was happening. Like, oh, yeah, the cat's in that box.
And you were
know what I
hoping-
mean? Like,
yeah, you
I
were
was
hoping you're like,
that
yeah,
it
like,
was-
all right, they're gonna go something different
Yeah.
now because this is too predictable.
Yeah.
But they don't.
And then like before, like I don't know, 30 minutes before the end, I'm like, yeah, I know this is what's going to happen, and that's what happened. But again, I didn't hate it. It was fine. Jack loved it. It's funny at the end when that thing like ripped off its face and it was
That
all,
was
like,
the coolest part.
oh yeah, when it ripped off its face and it was like all bloody and shit. Like Jack was like, well, that's a new core memory. It's funny as hell. And then we watched one episode of The Stand, the new miniseries.
Oh yeah.
I'm not happy so far.
It didn't get a lot of buzz. It can't be that great.
So far, the only character that's true to form, and I try not to get too bent out of shape of differences between the book and the movie.
Right.
But when they make miniseries,
It's supposed
I
to
feel
be
like
more
you can
the
be a
book.
little bit more closer.
Yeah, you
to
can be.
form,
You can
right?
definitely keep it a little more
Right.
to the book.
And here's my gripe. So the only character so far that they've kept true to form in a lot of ways, or in most ways, is the biggest asshole in the book. The one that everybody hates. You should hate him. He's a fucking dick. And then Stuart Redmond, which is one of the heroes, his nickname's literally East Texas because he comes from East Texas and he has a very thick accent. And he's being played by James Marsden, who I always thought was a very good actor.
Who?
James Marsden.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's Dead to Me. He's on Dead to Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
Sorry. I did watch that. I watched 2 episodes of Dead to Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't started that.
I forgot about
I
that
need
one.
to finish that. But anyway, I really like him as an actor. And and I was really excited to see him play Stu Redman, but like there's no accent, and that bugs me. And
They probably tried it and they're like, nah, lose the accent.
yeah, I guess maybe, I don't know. And then the other things that bug me is the things that they're changing have no reason to change. Like
Right.
it's stuff that's stupid. Like there's a very slight character. The only reason he exists is to further the plot. He's literally the guy that gets the virus out of the army base. He's only in it for 15 minutes in the movie, and he literally is just there to further the plot. And they changed his first name. He's a soldier. You don't even hear his first name, but maybe once.
Then why'd they change it?
Exactly. That's my point.
That's the problem with some directors and writers taking too many liberties with other people's shit.
The things that they're changing make no sense to me.
It's
I guess
really
is what
bad
my
whenever
point
they
is.
change it so much so that you might as well not even call it what the book was called. You might as well just change the fucking name.
Like
Right.
I Am Legend?
Like I Am Legend, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, they're keeping the basic things and they're keeping most of the story, but the things that they're changing are things that literally make no sense to change. Like there's no reason to change it, and I don't understand.
Right.
Like, so anyway, I started it. I'm gonna finish it, but
Committed now.
yeah, and I'm not real happy with it so far. But you never know. I'm really excited to see what's his face play the Dark Man because I think he'll fucking nail it. Bill's brother, he played the vampire guy.
Oh, Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, that guy. I think he's gonna nail it. So we'll go from there, I guess. But that's all I watched. So now we will go straight into the movie. This week we watched EuroTrip. So I guess we'll go around and find out if people would recommend and watch again, right? That's what we do first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt, go ahead, since I know exactly what's coming.
There's a story that I got for this movie.
Okay.
Story.
A couple,
Story time
with Matt.
About a month ago, I sorted all my movies into comedy, horror, action, and this movie was in the stack of movies
Trash.
to get rid of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, no, I would never watch it again, and no, I wouldn't tell people to watch it. It's a movie that is past its prime.
Okay.
Well said.
I will say
it's
to
past its prime.
like to teenagers and stuff, it would be funny, but I just don't see it funny anymore. And
Okay.
so if you're a teenager and you want to see an old funny movie, then maybe. But
I would, just my opinion, I would say it's funny to our generation, maybe not teenagers now. That would be my take on it, but I don't know.
but that's
That's what I would. I don't think my teenager would find it funny. Actually, no, he did find it funny. I'm sorry. Anyway.
that's what I gotta say about that part.
Okay, go ahead, Joseph.
This movie was early 2000s as fuck.
Of course.
It was your pop punk music and your teen angst. This movie was complete trash. I remember watching this movie years ago, and there are so many more boobs in this movie than I fucking remember. So not to mention they're supposed to be high school students. That's not creepy at all. Well, they had just graduated high school.
Yeah.
And they're all just showing their tits off. So I'm looking at a bunch of 17 to 18-year-olds flashing and showing tits and blah, blah, blah. Like the girl in the hot tub at the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like she's literally a child, or supposed to be. That's not weird at all. Like, come on.
Well, I mean,
Okay, but that's besides the point. So, I have a lot of gripes with this movie. One being, we'll get into all those, but I would not recommend this movie. This movie was fucking terrible. Not in the sense that it was made poorly, but in the sense that it did not age well, and it has not aged well. It was probably funnier back whenever we were younger, but this movie just it would not be made today for sure. And that's not a bad. I'm not saying that's a good thing either. You know what I mean? That's not a good thing because of just how people are nowadays. They're all a bunch of fucking sticks in the mud. But this movie is just my biggest gripe with the movie is it's like a bunch of 15-year-olds says boobs. That's what we want is boobs. And then like there was no cohesive storyline plot other than we need to get this guy to see his girl that which is creepy enough as it is. Like this dude literally travels around the world to see a girl he's never met before and she doesn't even know he's coming. And hold on, and on top of that, it was like, they're like, okay, how do we further this scene? Let's throw some naked bitches in there. I don't know. I just thought it was a bunch of horny teenagers, and I thought I wasn't happy with it.
That was sort of the point.
I know, but it's just, I also kind of like started this movie, and as soon as I saw like some of the very early 2000s bullshit, and then I saw this girl like rubbing her own tit, I was kind of like, I'm just not in the mood for this. Like, it is not something that I'm in the mood for.
I think it's funny, though, that, like, movies like that, they always show these parties, and that's not how a real party
Never.
is at all.
But, dude, that was, like, our generation's fucking, what's the movie? With Jim Belushi, where he's got the mashed potatoes in his mouth, and he Animal House.
Okay, so I want to just go on to say, I would not recommend this movie unless you're into those kind of movies. Like if you're into the Animal House movies or the
So you didn't like Animal House?
It was okay. It aged it is 100 times better than this Animal House was because it's a fucking classic. But at the same time, they weren't throwing in nudity just to throw in nudity. That's what they did in this entire film. Everything was sex
that was
and
his
nudity.
argument for the watch. That there was crassness and stuff like that, and you like.
Okay,
that,
yeah, but
so
no.
I don't.
This movie is
understand.
10 times worse than The Watch.
Oh, I agree.
Like whenever it comes to like the nudity and all that stuff, this movie is all about like the one
have
character.
argued that crassness, for crassness' sake, does have a place in humor.
I understand that, and I'm not saying that it's not for anybody. Like I was trying to say, if you are into these kinds of movies like Road Trip and all that shit, you'll like this movie. You'll dig this movie.
If you're a fan of Sean William Scott. Still.
Yeah, or the American Pie movies, whatever. I'm not a fan of this movie for the fact that I don't need sex and tits to further a fucking movie for me, and I definitely need better actors because these kids could not fucking act. None of them could.
No, I don't think that the guy who played Scotty was very good. No.
He wasn't good, and neither was the blonde-haired dude.
Oh, I loved Cooper.
I didn't think he was good at all. What's her name? Michelle Rosenberg.
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Michelle Trachtenberg. I remember her being so much hotter whenever I was a kid. I watched this movie and I'm like, she is not as attractive as I remember. I feel bad for saying that, but
she's too skinny.
Yeah,
she is extremely skinny.
That's the problem. I've always.
She's very skinny
like
and she's got a weird
chicks.
face. If you see her now, she looks better now.
Does she?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her.
But I'm not a fan. Don't get me wrong, there is a few scenes in the movie that I found to be pretty funny, but everybody knows the song. Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say like name.
Honestly,
the
sound.
I hated the fact that after I watched that movie, I could not get that song out of my head.
I know. Scotty,
I hated it.
Name a more iconic movie song.
I know. See, the thing is this movie has its funny moments, like the part on the train. But the funny moments don't come from the actual cast. Like they weren't funny.
The Scoozy guy.
Yeah, the Scoozy guy. He's the guy from Portlandia and all that. He used to be on SNL. And then the scene. Honestly, the only scene that I will say that was funny that was done from the actual cast was the part with Scotty. Because it's one actually my favorite parts is whenever he I wrote it down actually. The robot street fight scene.
Slowest fight ever.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, my robot balls.
I don't know why, but I really enjoyed that scene.
That's your
It giggled. It made me giggle.
Was that guy? Because that guy, I wrote down, like I said, the slowest fight ever. But was that guy from somewhere? The guy who played the robot? Because I could swear he looked like a guy who was in Reno.
He looks like the dude from Reno. Yeah, Thomas Lennon.
Yeah.
But no, it's not Thomas.
It's
Lennon.
not.
No.
Okay. Because I was like, he looks like
He looks like
from,
Thomas Lennon, but he's not Thomas Lennon. No.
I even wrote down the note. I know Matt is gonna hate this movie.
Oh yeah, I knew it before I picked it.
I don't know. Just okay. So like, there's certain areas of the movie that I just found to be kind of nonsensical, which I know that's the point of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's also parts of the movie that I'm like, that would not actually happen. Like the part where they're in the shop or whatever, him and the girl, and they're eating the brownies.
Oh yeah.
And they start fucking losing their shit. Like, okay, come on, you gotta know you're not high.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but there's also that placebo effect, right?
Okay, yeah, but dude, they're freaking out and shit. I'm like, for one, nobody acts like that.
No, not
So-
those are two people that have never
Right.
smoked weed in their life and are just going straight off of like what people have said, what people have said edibles do.
You would know going in there that you're not in a pot shop. For
Yeah.
one thing, in Amsterdam, all the pot shops, you want pop, go to a cafe. Because that's what they're all called. If you want you go to a coffee house, you're not going to get weed. You go to a cafe to get weed in Amsterdam.
Right.
And the thing that also kind of gets me about Amsterdam is it's funny, and I just feel I have to say this because everybody's like, oh, you go to Amsterdam, red light district. Amsterdam is a beautiful country without all that shit. Like, I've been told that Amsterdam's beautiful.
Yeah, but that's the touristy shit.
It is. It's
The
gorgeous.
touristy idea of Amsterdam though is the red light districts and the weed, the legal weed everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But anymore, dude, like how often do you hear anybody talking about fucking Amsterdam?
Well, that's because it's become legal.
Yeah,
much
it's become
everywhere.
and red light districts are so what do they say?
Taboo.
Taboo. Yeah,
people
don't care for that shit
Nowadays, people are a lot more. They're
a little more conservative nowadays.
Yeah,
than they
and
used to be.
conservative, and nobody wants like their dick to fall off. You know what I'm saying? Like because like STDs are way too real nowadays.
Yeah, for sure.
So nobody is. It's not. Like
I will
the way it
say
was
I
back
love
then.
seeing Lucy Lawless in this movie. I love
yeah.
Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
So, and because she actually is. I think she's a New Zealander. I think she's from New Zealand.
I'm not sure where she's from.
I know she's foreign. I know that. But that woman is a fucking badass, dude. I fucking love that woman. And I grew up with her on Xena, Warrior Princess, and she was awesome in that.
I never really watched it.
I
saw
dude,
like
I
an
had the
episode
hots
here
for her
and there.
so bad
Everybody
growing up,
did.
dude.
Everybody.
Her
did.
and Gabrielle, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I might even went down on fucking Hercules back in the day. Kevin Sorbo.
I started to watch.
I'd have gave that dude a handy.
Kevin Sorbo's awesome. I
is awesome.
I started watching Hercules because of Kevin Sorbo.
His
Yeah, for
son
sure.
has a TikTok.
Yeah, I've seen
It's funny
his
as
TikTok.
shit. It's funny
Because
as
he's always
shit.
asking his dad random ass questions
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, and his dad usually says something.
And if you
that's
didn't know, Kevin
off the
Sorbo
wall.
is super conservative.
Oh, very.
That's why he
very-
doesn't. That's why he doesn't do Hollywood movies anymore. They pretty much kicked his ass out.
He pretty much works for Pure Flix.
Yeah,
which is the Christian.
He's
movie
he's
company.
very Christian conservative. So
Yeah.
He was the main teacher in God's Not Dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, there are some cameos in here that I really enjoy. Like I said, Lucy Lawless, the guy on the train. Who else? Oh, what's his name? He used to be a soccer player. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in Midnight Meat Train. I can't remember his name, but I love that dude too. I can never remember his fucking name though. He had a small stint on wrestling and shit. But anyway, so just some people, the cameos that show up
Vinny
in here.
Jones.
Vinny Jones, that's his name.
I knew I had it on there. somewhere.
It's funny that he's like this soccer fanatic because he actually used to play.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I think
was he a real soccer? Was he
Yeah.
a soccer player?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was actually a player. So the guy who played Scotty, I was like, dude, this guy is like way too pretty.
His eyes are really.
Oh, he's got
pretty.
really pretty eyes, man. I'm like, dude,
I
I
noticed
almost
that
want
part.
to want to date this
He
guy.
was actually in another movie that I watched, where they.
Everybody who listens to this show is like, Joseph's got to be like, he's got some closet shit going on, man. He's got to be gay. Like,
but
he's always talking about sucking some dude's dick or something. Like,
mouth hugs.
mouth hugs and all this shit. He's always trying to blow his buddy Matt. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He was on another movie where they were like a paranormal team or whatever. I don't remember the end of it. It was on Netflix or whatever. And I literally watched it because I was like, hey, that's Scotty, and I've never seen him in anything else, so I'm going to watch it. And I remember liking it, but I don't remember like how it ended or anything. I just remember it was like a paranormal team. They went into this house and it was actually haunted. That's what I remember about it.
Does-
And
Yeah, I know. I
remember it being
looked
like-
at his IMDb, and I didn't see
Yeah,
much.
he's not
from
in a
him.
lot, but
Yeah.
that one I remember it was actually haunted.
It was late. It was older, wasn't it, than this? Or I mean, like, well, newer, I should say.
Yeah, it was after this.
So also, I just want to say, is it me? Is it just me, or is Scotty a dumb? Like he's a moron.
Yeah, he's definitely a moron.
Yeah, he is dumb as crap. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Cooper is smarter than he is.
So
Oh, Cooper's very smart. Cooper is my favorite. I don't care what you guys say.
So
Cooper
my
is
biggest-
absolutely my favorite. I want his wardrobe. Who has a shirt with their own face on it?
No.
I want his
movie
wardrobe.
star?
I want it. I want it.
So I think that
Yeah, I
the
just
thing
think
that
Scotty was stupid.
so the one thing that killed it for me is the girl Mika, the girl that he's going to see.
Yeah.
She would have been so much better to me if they didn't show her naked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She loses her like attractiveness and her
Well, and I
her
did-
her one ability
Well-
whenever they just show her topless.
I kind of feel like it. I don't know.
Also,
it I don't know. It cheapens her.
Exactly. It
But,
makes her
like,
seem kind of cheap.
It goes along with the movie.
It
Like,
does. Well, if you remember in Road Trip, they did the same thing with the main girl that he was
Yeah.
trying to go for. She was topless right there at the beginning.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, but she's actually a bigger name.
Yeah,
actress.
Michelle Trachtenberg's the only one that you don't see, like anything.
Right, and I remember being a kid thinking she's the only one I wanted to see topless.
Right.
Because I remember seeing her in like
Well, you can
Buffy
imagine
and-
what they look like. Probably mosquito bites.
Yeah, she doesn't have much going on there.
Sorry,
She's very tiny.
I do not like small boobs. They
I don't
bother me.
like. I don't like. She's just a stick. She was just a stick.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
What's funny
it's
is
too
whenever me and Crystal first got together, she was a stick.
skinny. Yeah.
Well, she's got a booty on her now, and she's, we're not going to go there. Stop visualizing my wife, you fucking perverts.
No, I guess, I mean, I do kind of agree with you there. I guess it would be, I think it would be off. I think it would be also off if they hadn't. Wouldn't fit the rest of the movie.
like if they had let her go topless, like at the nude beach or something.
Right? Yeah, I think that.
No,
well,
I mean, if they had kept Mika, like, clothed the whole time, it would have been, it wouldn't have fit the rest of the movie, I think.
I think it would.
been-
I think it would have been fine. I would have been okay with it. Like,
Yeah, because they had.
but I know what they're
parts
trying to
of
do.
shit
They were like, we're going to get as many people naked in this movie. Because how many times do you see the boys' asses? You know what I mean? Like, you see them like 3 or 4 fucking times.
I
Like,
only remember the one time at the nude beach.
well, that, and then you saw the other dude's ass whenever in the sex place or whatever. In the red.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Vondra's
Okay,
sex,
so
yeah.
you see his butt twice.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I just
Okay.
I don't have a lot of good things to say about this movie.
I really like the happy anniversary right before they go into the Scotty Doesn't Know song.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
pretty funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, I never noticed that before.
So, one thing that I did. Okay, so we're from Ohio, and we actually had friends that went to Oberlin College. And one thing I don't like is that like she transferred from Germany over to shitty ass Ohio to go to Oberlin College because of some fucking boy.
yeah,
and
that's so
and
unrealistic.
then the most unrealistic part is the fact that they managed to get room together.
Yeah, they would have knew that she was a boy,
Yeah.
a girl.
Like, hold
They
on, you're
would've knew
not.
that.
Oh, you're not Micah. You're Mika. You're a female, not a dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, also, what really kind of makes me think that Scotty is dumb is, dude, how can you not tell she's a girl? Like, first of all,
how long? Yeah, how long
speaks
were they
bad
pen
German.
pals?
yeah, he speaks horrible German, but there
And how long were they pen
things where you
pals?
think-
Yeah, 4 years. And you never realized
you
that she
guys
was a female?
already established Scotty's a fucking idiot.
He's a moron.
Yeah. His parents are horrible too.
His parents are horrible. Where's Scotty at? I don't know. I think he's camping.
Yeah, how do you not know your
Yeah.
kid is left?
And then they
where's
ask-
Bert? State?
How the fuck
How,
should
the fuck
I know?
how the fuck am I supposed to know?
I don't know.
And then also the soccer team. Did you guys notice that they drove over an ocean?
No?
Yeah, they went from London to Paris, and they drove over an ocean.
Like on the map? Like whenever they showed it on the map?
They showed them drive over an
They
ocean.
might have. I don't fucking know.
You know, they...
That fucking bus
They're
turned
pretty-
into a goddamn boat.
Well, they're pretty, like, angry.
They're angry. They probably were all out there paddling that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
I will say, like, I really do like the guy who's talking to Cooper. But because I can't remember anything he says, but I just think it's funny how he says that. Cooper's like, you guys are on a totally different level of cursing.
Oh yeah, of cursing. He's like talking to him, says a bunch of shit. He's like, you guys are on a whole other level of cursing over here.
I loved it when he got that phone call on his cell phone. Very first, when they first get there, and he's like, "You didn't tell them you were leaving the country," and he's like, "No, they would have stopped paying me. This seemed easier."
And then at the end, he's like, they're like, "Yeah,
they fired Humphrey.
I understand." Like, "Oh, I'm sorry about your job." He's like,
and a raise.
"Yeah," he's like, "No, they fired Humphrey. I got his office and a raise."
That's why Cooper's my favorite. He's easily the smartest fucking person in this movie. No, I don't rest until I find it, sir. And I like how he puts the boss on hold. He's like, "Hold on a second." Like messing with his teeth. God. But like, I don't know. You guys hated the movie. That's cool. It's fine.
I didn't. Okay, I don't hate it. It aged poorly. Very, very poorly.
I think it aged just like any other crass. Any other movie like this, Porky's.
Next to all of the tits that you see in the movie, the acting is the worst thing. I don't like the actors. The actors did a poor job.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Animal House and Porky's. Like, that was like Kevin Bacon's
But we're not
first
reviewing
movie.
Animal House or Porky's.
I know, but I'm just saying the same
I'm
thing.
I'm not watching Porky's. Just if anybody ever puts, I'm not watching Porky's. I watched it a while back, way before, and that movie is horrible. That movie is so bad, and it's not just because of the nudity and stuff. It's a bad movie.
I think it's pretty funny.
Karen, you got a weird fucking taste in movies.
My grandma actually made me watch that movie because she thought it was hilarious. Like when that chick grabs that kid's dick in the shower room, she thought that was the funniest thing ever. And
your grandma had a very odd sense of humor, like for an older lady.
she loved Cheech and Chong.
Yeah,
that was her favorite. Cheech and Chong was her favorite. Anyway,
Kara's
I digress.
grandma was awesome.
She was awesome.
I liked her.
She was very sweet.
I wouldn't even know that Porky's existed without my grandma. So, I don't know. That's what I think of. I think of this as like a modern day one of those movies. Because like a lot of this was like their first acting gig. And for a lot of them, probably their last. I mean, I've seen Cooper in a few things.
I think Cooper went on to do a couple more things.
Yeah, he's done a few. I've seen him in some like procedural shows. I've seen him in a few, other stuff. I've seen Scotty in a few other movies.
Michelle Trachtenberg kind of fell off after Buffy.
Yeah, she didn't do much. But yeah, I mean, that's what I think of when I watch this movie. Not so much like where it aged or their acting skills. More like it was made with that sort of idea. Doing that, I guess, without it being the 70s, I guess. It was just like that sort of feel, I guess, only in the 2000s, with the 2000s
I understand.
vibe.
I understand why some people would love this movie, just because it's like, it's goofy, it's nonsensical, and it's just dumb humor. Like, you don't have to think about this movie.
Right.
You just watch it. And
Right.
especially if you're in a movie with a lot of tits.
No, this movie you watch and you lose brain cells.
Some movies you do. But in this case, I think that it definitely calls to a very specific crowd. And I think that these days that crowd doesn't exist. That crowd just simply does not exist anymore.
Probably not. I mean, but like I've said this a million times, and I'll stand by this. I think that the top tier of comedy, the best generation of comedy, was the Bill Murray's, Harold Ramis, and Rick Moranis.
Oh, for sure.
That was the best generation
around like
of
National
comedy.
Lampoon and all that stuff. Yeah, Caddyshack, all that shit.
And
for sure.
so that generation doesn't exist anymore. Caddyshack, that's another one. It's just, you got lots of tits
I guess
and
not really
shit like
though.
that.
Not a lot.
That one chick walks around almost all the time topless.
Yeah, but there's
the
not
judge's fucking what's her face.
Yeah, I understand that, but there's also good humor in there, like with Bill Murray's character,
I agree. Yeah,
and
there's
the
a lot
gopher and all that stuff. Like that shit's all, and even with the what do they call them? God damn it, what do they call them guys that carry the shit around for them? Caddies. Yeah. Really? I know, man. Sorry. I don't know why that went over my head.
Wow.
Hey, it's been a long fucking week. Woo. And we're only halfway through it. Oh, yeah, by the way, everybody, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Hey, I was going to do that at the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
me too. I was
Jesus Christ.
I forgot. I got to cook dinner for everybody tomorrow.
Do you?
Yeah,
You're the cooker?
I'm the cooker.
Oh, man.
Also,
I'm a good one, though.
I want to say in this movie where Scotty offers to speak German to the truck driver, why would anybody trust you?
Well, he even says, I speak bad German. let me.
he say-
Yeah, he
He
says,
even says that.
he says, let me do this. I speak bad German.
I speak bad German.
I wanted that other guy's shirt, too, that said kill something. And I hate the environment. I'm telling you, like this.
I didn't see I hate the environment.
The other guy, he had a shirt that said, I hate the environment.
Can you imagine wearing that around now? People are like,
God.
oh my God, they throw paint on you.
I would.
No, they'll throw soup on you, just like
Yeah,
they
the
do.
soup.
Yeah, you know, I watched a video about it, and I still want to
Talking
know
about them
what
girls
the deal
that-
with throwing soup on a painting.
Are you talking about the girls that super glue their hands to a wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do know that painting was like covered and sealed, right? Like
Yes,
all they had to do was like Windex that.
Oh,
fell.
yeah.
Like,
they say they know that it's covered in glass. They know that.
do they know that?
But
Like, and
also
wasn't
they-
it all about oil or something?
Yes, they super glue their hands to the wall.
Yeah, they said stop using oil, and then they.
Yeah.
super
What
glue.
about the
on
fucking dye in their hair? That's more hazardous to the environment than anything.
The super glue is made out of oil.
Oil, yeah. Yeah, everything that you're wearing, everything that it's all transported and created by oil.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we're off subject.
I will say though, with the whole oil thing, I think that we should be less. I think we should have less. Oh god, crap! What is it? Less reliable on fossil fuels. That's about it. I think we should be less reliant.
Okay, but you do know that like batteries are worse for the environment.
Absolutely.
Than
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Well, that's the
I
only
think
other alternate
I think that
source.
we should no. I think that we should use
the only one that we know of.
I'll go this way. We need to find a better alternative, but batteries aren't it.
No.
Yeah,
Batteries
like,
are not
like,
it.
okay. My whole thing with what Biden's doing is he's
Oh, fuck,
okay.
here we go. We're getting
Okay,
we're getting way off
listen,
subject
because
here.
is he wants to get rid of all the the cars. He's doing it too fast, is what it is.
Right.
Like you're still going to need oil for a lot of things. He's trying to shove something that's going to take hundreds of years to fix into a 4-year period. And
You know what
Well-
burns a lot of oil? This movie, because of all the things that they had to use to get around the world.
Planes,
The
trains, and automobiles.
Trains, the automobile. They do use a train actually, and automobiles. Holy fuck! This is planes, trains, and automobiles too. This is not a sequel, is it?
No, it's not a sequel to anything. Actually, there's a trilogy.
Of this
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
sex trip?
No, yeah. So there was
Is it part
Road
of like
Trip,
that?
and then EuroTrip, and then Sex Drive was the final. This was a trilogy.
Shut up, Karen. No, it's not. But they are in the same, like.
Dude, they're all
Field of
funny.
comedy.
They're all funny. All of them.
Okay, the only funny part about Road Trip was funny, and it wasn't just pure nudity all the way through. It was fucking stupid funny. Like the shit with Seth Green was hilarious.
That's Sex Drive.
Huh?
That's Sex
You need to
Drive.
stop talking about those.
Oh, not Seth Green. Sorry. Yeah, Seth.
He was not in Road
Not
Trip.
Seth Green. Fuck. What was his name? Tom Green.
Yeah,
Tom Green.
I fucking hate that guy though.
You hate him?
I hate him.
Tom Green is retarded.
He is retarded. That's what I loved about him.
No, I hate him like on a personal. He's one of those people that he wants to pull pranks on everyone else, but he can't take it when they're pulled on him.
He gets hurt. He gets butt hurt when he's
When he's at the other
You
end
mean
of
his
it.
bum gets hurt because his bum is on the boat?
No, I fucking can't stand that guy. I mean, it's fine that he's in the movie.
That
like-
explains why he married Drew Barrymore, because I can't stand her
I
either.
like Drew Barrymore.
I like Drew Barrymore. Did anybody else notice when they were in Bratislava?
Bratislava.
Yeah, that the whole town was crap, but the hotel and the
It's
club
because
were
they had
extravagant.
money. So they were on the other side, I guess.
But
Yeah, the
it's
whole
still, if you go
dollar
to,
something
Yeah, he
like
gives
that.
the guy a
$1.80
nickel and he's like,
something.
It's
I
just-
quit.
I quit.
But,
I'm gonna go start my own hotel.
But the thing is, if you're in a country,
Gotta love that
that's
exchange rate.
Yeah.
if you're in a country that's that poor, they're not going to have nice hotels and stuff.
Sure they do. You ever seen the?
Because he's basically telling you that nobody comes to Bratislava.
Have you
Why
ever
would
seen,
you?
Have you ever seen some of the the poorest countries in the world, and there's literally like a line in the city for the tourists versus the people who live there.
I've seen some of it,
like in Columbia City, Mexico City.
Jamaica's the same way.
Jamaica. They want you to stay away from Trenchtown and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have a valid point, but I'm also saying that it's possible because it literally exists in the world. But I actually thought this was kind of funny. Was like Cooper's gaming his job, but he doesn't want to let Scotty use his phone for personal reasons.
Right?
Like he's gaming
what do
his
you need
job.
it for?
Yeah, it's like I'm not supposed to use this other than for work purposes.
Also, I think I would notice if my kid was pretending to be Hitler.
See, that's one issue I had was like, all right, so if the little kid is a Hitler, like mimicking Hitler, that tells me that they're racist. Obviously, they hate the Jews, all that good stuff. So wouldn't that mean that like Scotty's in love with a potential like Nazi?
Nah, just the kid. Remember, he's
Yeah,
his
but I mean,
brother.
Yeah, but still though, I mean,
So maybe it's just the mom and the kid.
maybe it's the whole household. I'm saying potential.
Sure, but
Also,
I mean, he's been talking to her for 4 years. I think he'd know.
Also,
Would he though? He didn't even know that she was a fucking woman.
Well, that's because he's an idiot.
Exactly.
And he speaks bad English.
Also, get a
mean
new
bad
maid.
There's
German?
bad German.
Yeah.
Also, get a new maid.
Yeah.
Like, she's broken down. Apparently, she probably just wants to quit.
Yeah.
No, he called her Mata. Isn't that his mother?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it because I know the only reason I know German it's Mutter is what, but I don't know if that's how they would pronounce it, and that's from a Rammstein song.
But that's what he called her, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't.
I didn't care enough to pay attention.
I swear to God, he called her that. I don't know.
He might have. I'm not saying that he didn't, but also
I was just watching the little kid in the background doing the Nazi march or
goose
whatever.
step. But
What is it? What is it?
it's the goose step.
They call it a goose step.
No, but did you notice at the Vatican that Cooper bites the ice cream and then it goes back and the ice cream cone's fixed?
Yeah. Continuity. That's one of my favorite
Very
parts.
special.
He's like, you
for
see
a
that guy?
very
You see that guy back there? He's mentally retarded. And he's back there like,
That's very sad.
yeah.
A very special trip for a very special
A very
boy.
special day for a very
Very
special
special
boy.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. We quote this a lot at my house, so like, at work and like lots of places. So that's one of them that we say all the time. It's like when somebody says something or does something stupid, it's always like, "Have a very special day,"
That's not something. Yeah. But also in the thing they would have been arrested right away
in the
Vatican for wandering off with the group. They would have been arrested right away. There's no way they could have actually did that whole scene.
Well, yeah.
Where he pulled the cord and all that, and then there's no way that would have ever passed as, okay, they got a new pope.
And why did they just make that box for people just to be able to open if they could just pull it?
It would
Oh yeah, it would have been locked.
What would have been locked?
Yeah.
Like they just open it like, oh, what's this? Like,
You know what I thought's really funny though is when he walks up to Mika. Mika, she's like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, that was
did
funny.
Did he not send you sent a picture, but he didn't?
yeah,
Right, right. I thought the same thing. I thought it was hilarious when they when they were at the nude beach or whatever, and then they said like where all the locals go. Is that like the other one? And then they go like they pan to that or whatever, and the two girls are there, and the one's giving the one a massage, and she says something to her, and then one replies with "oui," which we all know is French for yes. But the sub, it says "let's make out." I'm like, that's not what she said at all.
I just found it funny that like he's got this tourist guidebook, and it says that everybody goes here, but during the summer months the women go here, so all the dumbass men go here. Well, don't you think that all the dumbass men would be smart enough to go, well, they're not going to be there. Let's go over here where they're.
But they
actually are.
they wouldn't let him read the tour. Remember, Cooper was like, "We're not going to fucking read this nerd shit and took it away from him.
I'm just saying, like, all the guys at the beach
Also-
already.
Oh, but nobody reads the nerd shit.
Nobody
what I'm
reads the
thinking
nerd
is
shit.
if you're going to read that book, like he says, I read it back cover to, wouldn't you know what the writer looks like?
Maybe there's no picture.
Yeah,
it's not
but
one
you
of those
think you
things
would
that you would
still
have like
know.
an about the
Well, yeah,
author
I guess
page
there's
and
that
like,
part.
you know, a picture or whatever.
But yeah, also the whole thing that bothers me is he tells her he loves her. No, you don't. You don't know her.
It's true. Well,
They've been writing for 4
writing for
years.
4
I mean,
years,
he knows
but
her.
That's not
He just
true.
thought she was a guy.
That's not true. You can talk to somebody for years on the computer. You don't know if you love them.
It's
You don't
true.
know. They're like Catfish proves that all the time. Oh, I love this person. No, you don't. You don't know that person. You do not know if you love that person.
So you're saying he could have been catfished?
Well, time out.
No,
Catfish doesn't prove anything. Catfish just proves that that person lied to them. They were still in love with that person that catfished them. They were in love with that fake person.
No, you are not in love with somebody until you meet them. That's the one thing that bothers me about that cat show fish is, oh, I was in love with
Cat
that
show
person.
fish?
Whatever. but no, oh, I love that person. No, you don't. Also, why are you telling people that you don't know that you love them? On the computer, why are you telling people that is stupid. The people on that catfish show
Wouldn't be a show without a fucking Matt rant.
are so stupid. It's, I talked to this person for
I
6
think
years.
I could be in love with somebody without
me.
meeting them.
No, I don't know. Because you don't know the real them. You talk to somebody on the computer for 4 years, you don't know the real them.
I think that what he's saying is you would be in love with the idea of them. Until you
don't know
actually
who
met
they
them and
really
know
are.
them.
You
Then
don't know
that's
who,
a different story. Like you could be in love with that person, but you're not going to actually know that person. You're in love with what you think you know about them.
Yeah, you're that person.
Like
is gonna
whenever
tell
you meet
every
them
little
face to
detail
face,
about them.
they're going to be completely different. They
Yeah.
can say whatever they want to you. Like all they got to do is type it out.
How is that any different than an early relationship?
There is no difference. You're absolutely correct. Because in
That
an
you
early,
can be in love with somebody.
Not true.
No.
That is not true. You might think you are, but love is something hard. That is something that is built up and comes with time. That is not something that you could just have right off the bat. I'm sorry, but
I don't know.
people who say that they're in love with
4
somebody
years
right off the
is
bat,
a long time to be writing to somebody and not be real.
that's true. But
Okay, but also look at it this way: he's been writing her for 4 years, thinking that she's a dude. All of a sudden, he loves her.
because he probably thought about all the things that he had said,
and
or
also
she said.
he has no idea who she is because he thought she was a dude. So now he's all of a sudden in love with her.
So if he was actually a girl, like you wouldn't hit that?
Me,
No,
No?
you wouldn't find me sexually
No.
attractive.
no,
You wouldn't let me give you mouth hugs,
nope.
even if I was a
not
female.
find you
You-
sexually attractive at all.
So his personality does nothing for you.
No,
Aw. At least we were I thought we were at least friends,
we
man.
are, and you're a good friend. But no, if you were a girl, I would not be attracted to you at all.
Is it the beard?
No,
Well, I would assume that would be gone if you were a girl.
How do you know?
No. That's a fair point.
Because that's basically asking if I think any girl that I hang out with is attractive. I think a lot of the girls that I hang out with are attractive, but I'm not attracted to them. Like, I think Karen's very pretty, but I don't want to have sex with her. I think Jessica's pretty. Don't want to have sex with her. You know,
He says I'm pretty all the time, and he tells me all the time he wants more mouth hugs.
no, I do not.
Yes, you do. Oh, now that we're doing the podcast, you're gonna lie, dude. You're gonna lie about everything that we have together.
Okay, whatever. Joseph. No, I'm not lying because
You can keep that persona up all you want, but goddamn it, you love these sexy lips, and you love it when this beard tickles your butthole.
You are. I want everybody to know that he is truly joking because I am celibate.
No, I'm not. And no, he's not.
Yes, I am. I am celibate. I am practicing celibacy.
If by celibate you mean you love mouth hugs.
Okay.
I love how Cooper saying he gets free T-shirt with the flyer was what gave him away as an American. Not the fact that he talked like an American.
Yeah.
Just the fact that-
It's even better whenever he comes back from the place and he's wearing the t-shirt.
right? Like, I thought that was hilarious.
He's
too.
wearing the shirt.
Like, he just went through hell, and he's like, "What do I want to wear today?
I would covet that
I'm
t-shirt.
gonna wear this shirt."
I would cover
Well,
that
if
t-shirt.
you remember, they tore his pants off. He
Yeah.
shouldn't be wearing anything except for the shirt.
Well, I'm sure he brought more clothes than just the one pair of pants.
because he did.
I mean, they were going on a trip. You don't
I
just
forgot he had.
take one pair of pants.
I forgot he had his backpack with him.
Yeah.
I don't know, that fucking thing that they came out of the back room with the trifecta of dildos.
With the little feather in the middle.
Yeah, that thing was pretty wild. I don't know how the hell that thing works, but I don't know about you, but
No,
going
thank
on
you.
a trip. By you saying they're going on a trip, I was thinking of that song. We're going on a trip
In
on
our
a
favorite
rocket ship. That's exactly what happened to him.
Yes.
They shot his ass right to the moon.
One of the things I
Yes.
just really need to say about this movie is no matter how good a blowjob is, you're not gonna be okay with being robbed.
No,
I totally forgot Diedrich Bader was in this
I do
movie.
too. Yeah, he was
Like,
so young.
I know, and like I seen him in the credits, and I'm like, where the fuck is he in this movie? And then like when she was going down, I'm like, I remember where he is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the guy. Because when I first seen the movie,
I love that he gets a blowjob because
Yeah, he's the only one that gets anything
yeah,
when they go to Amsterdam.
it's all well, no, because they bang in the plane.
No, I'm saying when they go to Amsterdam.
Oh yeah,
He's easily the uncoolest
yeah,
one.
and then he
he's
gets
the only one that
in
gets
a camera
anything.
shop.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't even have to go to the red light district. She's like, I love your camera.
Yeah.
And like he's ready to blow him over this camera. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah, like he just goes there to get his camera cleaned and gets
I'm sorry if I bring a camera in, to get it cleaned. The girl's like, "Oh, that is. I want to. I want to do." I'm like, "No," because apparently you have done this before.
Because I know I'm not the only one that owns this camera.
And I don't, because I know I'm not the only one with this nice camera. And apparently you've done this before, so there might be a chance you got something.
So my favorite part in the whole movie is the next day after the club scene when they're panning across and everybody's just so depressed.
And he's smiling
And
ear to ear.
there's fucking Cooper, like almost giddy, and he's like, "So, I had a wild night."
Yeah.
I know I got kind of wild, and then like, the whole, "You made out with your sister," like
You made out with your sister,
that is-
dude.
that is the best fucking part in the whole fucking movie. I love that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not I still think the street fight scene was the best.
That is the best.
And Matt Damon singing Scotty Doesn't Know.
I have to say, I've tried absinthe,
Yeah.
and no,
yeah.
I got nothing.
Did you try it in America?
Yeah, but I had
Yeah,
it
but it was
imported.
imported.
Oh, yeah.
I remember because I tried it
Yeah.
with you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the
we had
real
it
stuff-
imported.
I've heard the real stuff has wormwood in it. And that's
Yeah,
what you use.
it does. It
I
was
didn't-
imported. It has
yeah.
it on the label.
It didn't do nothing for me either.
Didn't do nothing.
Nope.
Tasted like Listerine.
It
Well,
does. It's very,
like watered
it's
down
very, very
Listerine.
minty.
Yeah,
I've
watered
heard,
down
minty.
I've
Listerine.
heard it does have a minty taste.
It's very
it's,
minty.
It's like watered down Listerine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It even kind of looks like Listerine.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't glow.
It doesn't
But
glow. No, it's
yeah.
blue.
And we did do the sugar thing.
Yeah, the sugar thing. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
thing that you're supposed to do
Yeah,
when you're
you
drinking.
Yeah.
light the sugar and
Yep.
yeah, we
I
did.
tried it.
We did
and
all that.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yep. We really tried too.
I mean, I got drunk, but
We got two bottles of it. I think we drank nothing but that, and we're
Yeah.
like, this absinthe is bullshit.
bullshit. I'm getting a decent buzz, but
Yeah, that's it.
I even wrote this down. I said I do miss this genre of music that they play in the movie, like all the like poppy punk shit that they play throughout a lot of the movie. Like the Scotty Doesn't Know song is like
Yeah.
the epitome of that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I get what you're saying.
So
yeah.
and that kind of music from back in the day, like listening to it in this movie, I'm like, God, I do kind of miss those
that
jams.
stuff that kind of was right after that ska era.
Yeah, it was
the
more
next
like it was more
thing.
like what's the name of that band? Fuck, dude, you should know. You listen to a lot of these guys back in the day. Like Newfound Glory and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like those like essentially boy bands with guitars. Like
Sure.
that's what they were.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
I didn't listen to Newfound Glory.
I don't know what you listen to some of that stuff.
I listened like the one that I would consider a boy band that was like really pop punk would be like Blink 182
Not so much. I love Blink 182 though.
and Green Day. I did like Green
Fuck
Day.
Green Day.
Green Day sucks.
Green Day sucks ass.
So, I really thought it was funny when the Pope had fire.
Yeah, I thought it was that scene was kind of funny. Very unrealistic. There's no way.
Well,
but
absolutely, but I mean, it's fucking funny.
two jackasses in that fucking room. Of course that would happen.
I love that. Like,
know.
he's like running around, calling out football jargon and shit, and like that was just hilarious.
Yeah, two guys that you like don't watch football.
Oh yeah, yeah, like it was funny as shit. And can you imagine how bad that would hurt sliding down that fucking banner when he went to get to Mika?
Yeah.
I don't think
Fucking
he would have made it
burn.
that far. I think.
And then they bang in the fucking Vatican. It's like, dude.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to hell.
Yeah, you're going to hell for
Like
sure.
I don't care if you're Catholic or not. You can't bang in a
You're telling me
confession
this
booth.
girl is she's interning or some shit at the Vatican for however long
she's not interning.
or whatever it
No,
was.
she was going on a. It was a fuck.
Like
It
a
was an
trip
educational thing. It was something before college. She was going on a boat with. It was basically like college on a boat.
Yeah, but it was for
It wasn't for anything
okay.
religious.
Oh.
No.
I was gonna say you're telling me this bitch is all religious and shit,
No,
but she's gonna
no.
bang in a fucking confession booth? No.
No, it wasn't anything religious, but I don't care if you're religious or not. I don't care if you're Catholic or not.
You just don't do that.
You don't do that.
Yeah, you just don't do that, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even religious. I don't believe in none of that shit, but that is not something
You're
I
lucky,
would
they're
do.
lucky they didn't walk out of the church and get struck by fucking
Yeah,
lightning.
like, that's
all
just something
I'm
you
saying.
don't do, man. Like you don't disrespect somebody's belief. Like
Yeah,
that,
you don't
know?
do that. That's
Like,
terrible.
fucked up.
You do
Terrible.
it all the time.
Shut the fuck up, Matt.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. That's
I'm not by saying God damn it and shit. That's not
No,
that's not.
what I'm talking about. You walk around wearing shirts with 666 and shit on them.
Yeah, so somebody.
That's disrespecting people.
No, it's not. It's also praising others who believe in Satanism.
Satanism is a joke. Have you ever heard Satanism?
know it's
they're
a
not
joke, but
Satanists. They're atheists.
But they still believe in it.
They want to be part of something.
They still believe in it though.
No, they don't. They're atheists.
I'm helping everybody out, just like I help you out, buddy. Like you
I-
believe in God, that's cool. You know, it's good. They believe in Satan. Whatever gets you through the day.
No, they don't. They're atheists. That's
Okay,
what
whatever.
Satanism is.
Well, that's
It's
fine.
atheism.
Whatever. It's atheist. Whatever gets through them, it gets them through the day. I don't care.
I think you're truly atheist.
Atheist?
He's said that before.
No, he says he's agnostic.
I am agnostic. I
You're
don't
not.
care.
You're atheist.
I'm not atheist. I just don't give a shit.
That's basically atheism.
No, it's not.
No,
No, because if you were agnostic, you would still be. You would.
Be open to the idea?
Yeah.
Eh.
Which
Prove
I
it.
think is funny because you want to.
No, that's not true because an atheist believes that there's nothing after death. I don't know that's true. I've never said that. I don't know that. So, therefore, I am not an atheist.
But believing that there could be a God would still make you want to be a good person. And
no, I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care? Okay, that's your eternity. You are preparing.
Matt, what have I told you several times? Don't push your shit on me.
I'm not pushing.
Don't.
I'm trying
Don't.
to help.
Hey! Knock it the fuck off.
Mommy's spoken.
I'm just trying to help you, man.
Help me?
Yes.
Oh, God. Karen, get your son.
Not my son.
You get an ass whipping. I'm going to get mommy on you.
I'm not either one of you's mother, but I'm just saying.
Mama?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely
About the
not.
movie. We're still talking about the movie.
Are we, though?
Look, I just saved this, whatever this was, so, like, stop.
What are you doing?
I am looking at reviews.
Oh, are we
I'm doing
are we
my
there?
fucking job.
Are we there?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, we went on a bit of a tangent there.
Yeah, that's why I stopped it.
It's one of the best things about this show is people love it whenever we gripe.
Yeah, but that was getting...
Getting what, hairy?
Yeah.
Not as hairy as these nuts.
You know, you should probably shave those, actually. Are you guys...
Is Matt upset? Do you need a hug? You need mouth hugs?
No.
Can I give you some anyway?
I would really wish you would use something. Just stop with the mouth hugs.
Why?
It's so annoying.
You don't enjoy them?
You say it all the time.
What's wrong with that?
That would be like me going around saying one phrase all the time. Just imagine me walking around only saying one phrase.
Okay, well, what do you want me to say?
Something other than mouth hugs. You don't always have to use mouth hugs. Be like, I don't know, like kissies or something else.
I'm gonna read this
Nipple licks?
I've never even heard mouth hugs except from you.
Oh, that's good.
No.
That means it's underutilized.
No, because really, truthfully, when you say mouth hugs, I'm confused. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then that's even better. Nipple licks, then? Come on, man. Anything?
No.
Are you guys through everything?
Yeah, I'm good. I've pretty much gone through everything except for one thing. Whenever this movie came out, it kind of reminded me of Hostel.
But yeah, it's funny Hostel.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like, well, I think that I had seen Hostel before this, and then I watched this, and I was like, fuck, dude, that is too much like Hostel. Like, because of like all the foreign stuff and.
I literally think the only
I've never
connection.
seen Hostel, and I don't think so.
The only connection is that the cultural differences.
No, I'm
because
saying
we
they
don't-
came out at the same time.
Yeah.
That it just was too much of this. It
same-
felt too much the same to me.
Well, it's the culture.
yeah.
You got the same culture.
I was waiting for somebody to get like gutted at some point in this movie, and I was, yeah. I was like, I'm waiting
Did you
for it. Like,
wait till after the end where they talk to the person who runs a hostel?
Did you? You didn't?
wait, what?
You didn't watch the bloopers at the end or the outtakes and stuff?
No, I don't think so.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's a
That-
part where they're talking to a woman who runs a hostel.
Yeah, and she talks about you need to hide stuff in your anus.
Did I see that part? I might have. Was that at the beginning of the credits?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do remember that part.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, if you have any valuables, you should hide them in your anus. And then how you would just lose them anyway when the fire broke out because of the fireworks place upstairs. And
Oh, yeah. I remember that part.
I didn't even watch the whole thing because I was like, okay, I'm done with this movie. But
Done with this
I popped up,
goddamn
I was
movie.
Like, I don't know if I should watch this or not.
the Muscoozy guy showed up. That was actually a part that was supposed to be in the movie where he actually owned like a travel agency. And they showed up at the travel agency because they were lost somewhere, so they went there to get help, and he was the guy that owned it. And Jamie said something that pissed him off, so that's how he ends up on the couch like getting spanked or whatever. Like, yeah. I didn't write that down because I didn't feel like it, but I
I
remembered
didn't
it.
feel like it.
I remembered it. So, I guess it's time for everybody's reviews, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So go ahead and give it your 2s and 1s. And
Twos and
go.
ones. I got to take it number 2.
Ugh.
I gave it a 3, and that was generous.
See?
I really wanted to give it a 2.
Okay, why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's a horrible movie. It's just a bad movie all around.
Okay, we talk about that every time we talk about reviews. You gotta do better. Than
You
that.
got to do better, man. You got to give us a reason why
I
you.
don't gotta give a reason for anything.
Oh my god. He's in a very nihilistic mood today.
But it's not just that. Like, okay, when we did Weird Al, people like just said it's a bad movie and left it at that. He got
Angry.
Dumb.
He did get
No,
angry.
the reason I
There you go.
The reason
There you go. Elaborate.
I gave it a 3 because, like Joseph said, it don't age well. It had a time. It's not now.
Okay.
The acting was bad. There were a couple funny parts, but like I didn't laugh. I was not interested in the movie. Watching the movie, and that's when it's just all off when I'm not even interested in the movie. Like I didn't want to watch this movie when you picked it.
I know. I'm very well aware.
I was open to it.
And I'm one of those people that if I pick a movie and you don't want to watch it, just say you don't want to watch it, and maybe I'll pick another one.
No, that's not how this
That's
works.
not how this works.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I didn't want to watch it, but I did. You know, and
Yeah.
no, it's one of those. But like seriously, when I bought this movie, it came in. I don't even remember buying it. I think somebody gave it to me. It came in a set of Road Trip and EuroTrip, and I swear
Yeah,
I
because it's
watched.
the sequel.
Yeah. I watched it once. I remember just watching it once.
The third hadn't come out yet.
Yeah, it's going to be called Not a Sequel.
And then never watched it
Sex
again
Drive.
because
Or
Sex Drive.
Sex Drive. That's okay.
it was just one of those movies that it's not any good to me. Like I said, it had a time and it's just not anymore.
It's past its due
Yeah,
date.
it's past its time. Every movie, there's a lot of movies that can go on and on and on.
And become
This is
cult classics.
And
yeah.
because this is not one of them.
You see how I didn't get angry though? You see how I didn't call you
She took it
stupid?
like a champ.
And I didn't like get ready to throw my phone or kick the TV or the monitor.
Hey,
or-
no, that's my shit.
I'm just saying.
Break your own shit.
I'm just saying. Calm down. Stay.
If you want me to be like not be the comic relief that I try to be.
No, you were mad.
No, seriously, because truthfully, when it comes to this stuff, I don't understand people who don't like Weird Al. I just don't understand them. Cause how can you not like Weird Al? I've never seen him do anything that offended anybody.
Oh, sure. Oh,
and that's just what it was.
That.
Is because I feel that these people who saw this movie and didn't that movie and didn't think it were funny is because they don't know who Weird Al is.
Either that, or they just, I don't know, pretentious or don't have that kind of sense of humor. There's a million reasons why.
I just that it wasn't that one. I wasn't really mad. It's just that there were people that I don't understand. It's. I guess I'm a huge fan of Weird Al, and he's always been one of my favorites. And I just don't understand people who don't find him funny. I guess.
Okay.
But no, like I said, the movie. It's just. Joseph said it really. It didn't age well.
Okay. I thought you said that first, though, but...
Well, no, it's like he said it first. He's it does not age well.
Okay.
And, the acting wasn't that great. Like, the best parts were the cameos. Like, the Scoozy. That was one of the funniest parts. The guy who did the robot was funny, too. But, like, any other part, there wasn't really worth, like, giggling or anything. Just a boring movie, in my opinion. Just a boring movie.
Okay. You're up.
Well, there are a lot of things that I don't like about this movie. The acting. I don't like the gratuitous nudity. Don't get me wrong, I'm a dude. I don't mind some bongos in there every once in a while, you know what I mean? But whenever, like, every scene, it's like you guys ran out of ideas, so you're like, just throw some tits in there. That bothers me.
Because at that generation, that's what you do.
I guess,
because
maybe, but...
You know that movie is not made for adults like 30, 40 years old. It's made for 19.
No, they're definitely made for 30 and 40-year-olds because they're the fucking pervs. Damn, I'm 36. So anyway, I don't think that the movie has aged well. Movies like this would not get by today, which is saying a lot about our fucking society. And like I said, they got sticks in their asses. I think if they would have cut back on some of the nudity and concentrated more on the actual comedy, I think it would have been a much, much better. And honestly, it probably would have held up even today. I think that if they would have concentrated more on the comedy, it would have probably became more of a cult classic like Road Trip did. Road Trip had nudity, but it also had a lot of good comedy in it. A lot of good comedy. I mean, like them ramping the car, you know what I mean? Because it was a faster route. Or, the part where the kid's talking about he puts peanut butter on his balls for his dog to lick off because it's not cheating. You know, shit like that. Like, that shit's funny.
But it's his dog.
But it's his dog. It's his dog. Like, that shit's funny.
I do remember that part. It's his
There's
dog.
a lot of funny parts in that movie that don't involve nudity or hypersexualization. Like, they over-sexualize these girls way too much. Like,
I think you're misjudging the world that we live in.
Well,
like, seriously, because if you think about it, you're saying that but there are preschool teachers that want to teach their kids.
Well, I'm saying, like, they literally travel around the world, go to Germany, so this dude can fuck a girl. That's all he does. He fucks her and leaves her. I mean, granted, she comes back, blah, blah, but...
him, actually, but...
Right, I understand. But still, though, like, you're telling me that she's just gonna fuck this guy? I mean, maybe she's a hoe, I don't know, but either way, they're over-sexualizing, they're making these women look like every female in this movie is a whore.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And every dude in this movie is a fucking hornball. Why?
Michelle Trachtenberg wasn't a whore.
She bangs her friend in the airplane.
They've known each other for a really long
Okay,
time.
she's the only exception. She's the only.
Together.
She's also the only female in the fucking movie. You don't see naked.
She actually says in the movie that she wanted crazy European sex too.
Yeah, that's true. She did.
So, are you saying that women aren't allowed to?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the women are just as at fault here as the men are. The men are pervs and the women are whores. That's all that this movie is. Granted, that is for some people. You're right, and that does have its place in comedy. That's understandable. Don't try to defend it. I'm stating my opinion.
I'm just asking questions.
But I'm saying that it's not okay. Like, this movie, that's why this movie rubs me the wrong way. Because of those reasons. Because it's fucking hypersexualized, nudity, and there's not enough funny in it. too much of this and not enough of that. So, you know what I mean? Like it's like putting on fucking 2 pounds of fucking, it's like putting 2 pounds of bacon on a fucking BLT. It's not going to be good. You know what I mean?
I can't agree with that.
No, I can. You want
2
that much
pounds of
fucking 2 pounds of bacon on one fucking BLT?
Dude,
that's too much bacon.
No, that's
a little bit of bacon is good.
Well, are you putting more lettuce and tomato than on it too?
No.
Oh,
that's the problem. See, okay, picture the bacon as the boobs, okay? Then picture the lettuce and tomato as the comedy. It just outweighs it. You know what I mean? Like there's 2 pounds of bacon here, 1 leaf of lettuce and 1 tomato. It's not enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then the story is the bread.
Okay.
It's just bland. It's like regular white bread. I'd rather have some wheat bread in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm comparing this to a BLT.
I've got the analogy.
I'm just saying, like, there's not enough here for me to enjoy it. Like, there's not enough.
I can't say anything because then you think I'm trying to defend it. So
I understand. Let's go. It's okay. So I'm gonna have to come in here. I'm gonna come in at the same score as Matt. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
Because it does hold traction for some people. I will say that, and it does have its place in comedy. You're right about that. I will say that. But the acting is shit. There's not enough comedy and not enough funny in it. They try too hard on the funny. And it just becomes, it's over the top. Like the part with the dance scene, or the robot fight scene, that was fucking good. That was good comedy. That was funny. Because it was original and it was funny. It's random as shit. But like, the fucking sex house thing and the dildos and shit, like, come on. Come on. Like I said, it's like a 15-year-old wrote this. Like a horny 15-year-old. We're going to put boobs in this scene. What about the next scene? We're going to put boobs in that scene too. Because boobs are cool. See what I mean?
I just like the way you said that. I was like, boobs are cool.
I'll give it a 3. That's the best I can do. That's padding it up.
Okay.
So I will give it that. That's all I got.
Okay.
Because at 15, I was like that. Boobs are cool.
Boobs are cool.
Do anything.
That's probably why I like this movie back whenever I was like, I don't know, 15 or 16.
It came out in 2004.
How old would I have? I don't know how old I would have been.
I was
graduated. I think it was 2021.
Oh, no.
No, you weren't that fucking
19
old.
maybe.
Because,
I probably would have been 17 or 18.
Yeah, okay. Well, because I don't know if I graduated at 18
I graduated
or 19.
in 2003, so...
Yeah.
19.
I was 18. I was 18 years old when this movie came out.
Okay, well, I guess I'm the horny 15-year-old because I found this shit funny. There are so many good one-liners. You made out with your sister. That's funny as fuck.
And gross as fuck.
They're twins to boot.
The worst twins.
The worst twins. I mean, I'm glad they didn't look alike because that would have been weirder. But, I mean, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because really why. But I'm going to go at a 6. Because it's funny as shit.
A 6?
I'm going 6.
Ooh.
I don't care. To me, it's right up there with like the Porkies and the Animal Houses and it fits right into that genre. And
you still like American Pie, don't you?
I haven't really seen it in a really long time, to be honest.
That's one that can hold water. That one can hold weight because
it's bad.
No, it can. It can because it's it was very, very much of its time. It spoke to a lot of kids at that age.
It's a bad movie.
I'm not saying it's a good movie,
But then wouldn't
Matt.
it not hold water then? Because
yes, because it would hold water for people our age in a better way because it shows what teenage and angst was like that back then. Like in a different this movie's pure horny fucking non-shenanigans.
American Pie was purely about sex.
I know, but it's not just about sex, man. It's about your first time and your first love and a lot of those things. It's told through a different way, dude. It's not like this. This is strictly a sex-driven movie. American Pie told multiple stories through multiple characters. Their first time, their first experiences, their first loves, dating and breaking up, realizing that you actually love somebody that you didn't realize that you loved. Things like that. That's what those movies were about.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like he ends up with the girl from band camp, dude. That's who he loses his virginity to. That's different.
And then
that's how it was.
I remember that. She used him for sex. She left.
Yeah, well, they eventually got married,
but,
you know, all that.
yeah.
But, just all those things. And, and then the guy and the girl who were, the Mina Savari and that dude were, in love and this and that. You know what I mean? It had so much more depth than just being a raunchy comedy. Or a guy sticking his dick in a pie.
To me, this movie came out at the time I graduated, a year after I graduated. So this is my generation, too. So, to me, it's just as funny to me as it was then.
I mean, that's fine. I understand. I believe that a lot of people find this movie to be fucking hilarious. But for me, and it could have something to do with the fact that whenever I went to watch it, I just was like, oh, fuck, here we go. You know what I mean? That first set of tits, and I'm like, oh, this is what it's going to be. So, because I hadn't seen this movie, I think, since it came out. And that's where I was, kind of just dead on it. It was like, ugh. It was one of those things where I was I don't think I was in the mood for it.
The first time I watched this, I was in North Carolina. And I don't even remember where I was when I watched it.
But I'm not gonna condone you for liking this movie.
No,
I 100%. If you love it,
you could condone me, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not anybody to hate on anybody for liking what they like. You know what I mean? That's cool,
no. I mean, this is one-liners as hell for me. We quote it all the time. The people that I talk to on a daily basis,
which I
we
find
quote
funny
it all
because
the time.
I don't think there are many good lines in it.
There's a few.
Anyway,
there's a few in it. There's a few good one-liners in the movie.
Yeah. So I guess we'll move on to trivia now.
I bet this fucker has a lot of trivia.
I didn't write it all down because like I said, some of it.
Does it say it's not actually a sequel?
No. Oh wait, no, I did have. That reminds me because we got to do the Rotten Tomatoes thing or whatever.
Oh yeah, we still got to do the reviews.
Yeah, those reviews. Okay,
those reviews.
You guys want to guess for critics? Matt.
Are you doing Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes.
And Metacritics, they do percentage for the critics.
Yeah, this is percentage. Critics.
12%.
12%. Wow.
Okay.
I don't think it's that low. I know it's going to be low though. I don't think it's going to be 12% low. I'll do 20%.
You were closer.
Really?
47%.
40? Really? It's that high? Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't think it'd be that high. Okay.
Audience, Matt.
I want to say the audience said about 40.
I think the audience is going to be higher. I'm going to go 50.
You were closer, 75.
75? Wow, damn. People like this movie a lot more than we do, Matt.
That just proves a lot of what I already say during every episode. That you get mad at me for saying.
I'm looking for a good one.
Usually there's a critics consensus and an audience consensus.
No, there was one that I saw that I had to read.
From audience or critics?
I don't remember because it... Oh, there it is, but this is an audience one, so okay. Do a couple of critic ones and then we'll move on. We only like the bad ones, right?
For the most part. We like the funny ones. The funny ones, the bad ones.
There's a lot of good ones. Hold on. I gotta find bad ones. There's not any funny ones, though.
This movie is good.
This one's weird. Represents the latest pestilence from DreamWorks' subterranean id grinder. What's an id grinder? Anyone?
I don't know.
I understand pestilence.
I understand pestilence.
I understand
yes.
pestilence. I don't know what id grinder is.
The movie misses most of what is truly funny and compelling about the universal Western European adventure.
What the fuck is funny about it? Please do tell. I don't understand that statement.
Funny stuff.
I'm sure, but what the we all know what that is.
This one doesn't even have. It just has the one on it. There's not even a.
It just says the one.
Okay.
No, actually, it says the one.
It just has the splat and the rating for a 1, and that's it. Like there's no.
Okay, because I thought you were saying it just says.
There's
the
nothing.
One.
So Garth
This movie
Franklin,
is the one.
Garth Franklin, you should really write something if you're gonna get on here and review something. At least fucking write why you don't like
They
it.
should at least write something.
I believe so, too. I don't even think they-
That's what
I don't even
that's
think-
what I was trying to
yeah.
say earlier
You
when you were
should
like,
at least-
yeah, it's a 3, and that's
I
all
don't
I'm gonna
think-
say. Like you can't do that. You
I
gotta
don't.
say
Yeah,
why.
I believe that if you're gonna write, like they shouldn't even be able to post a review without writing a review.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get on here and write something, then write it. Okay, this one I had to read when I was going through and looking at these. So this is an audience review. EuroTrip is a pointless sequel
Oh,
to a
fuck.
mediocre comedy. This film has a very bad script, bad acting and directing. The jokes are crude and vulgar, and most of the time are unfunny. This is a very sorry excuse for a comedy, and EuroTrip scraps the bottom of the barrel in the term of good ideas. EuroTrip is a rushed film, and it's apparent that there wasn't enough thought to deliver a decent comedy. I just like the fact that they called it a sequel. So you weren't the only one.
It's not a sequel.
Let's see. Let's see if there's any other funny ones. Let's just do a quick scan. That one I had to read, though, just because of the history.
Wait, didn't they make a Euro Trip too, though? Like it was kind of the same story, but something.
If
a little
they
different.
did, I never.
Where it's
heard of
basically a comedy where some people go to Europe.
I can look real quick, but I don't know, man.
Because I thought they made, because there were a part where they made a lot of movie. There was a point where they made a lot of movies that didn't need sequels, like Spy Kids. Like the Spy Kids movies are still good, but they didn't need sequels. They didn't need as many as they got.
Well, that was the only good other review that I saw, so I guess we're done with that. So we'll move on to the trivia. The kegs at the graduation party, they had real beer in them. So after the hot tub scene where Cooper gets thrown behind Scotty, Jacob Pitts, the guy that played Cooper, was very drunk. You can kind of see it, like when he's like standing there, he's kind of wobbly and he's like moving.
Oh, Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper. He was very inebriated. And Mika is actually not a common German name. It is a common Dutch name.
It sounds more Dutch than it does.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
And Vinnie Jones, yes, he was a soccer player.
Or football player, or whatever.
Or yeah, football. But he was not and is still not a Manchester United fan. So
He was not a fan and still is not a fan.
no. At the Vandersex Club, the male assistants are named Hans and Gruber, which is a nod to the main villain in Die Hard.
Yeah.
The first time that Michelle Trachtenberg did her bikini scene, she shook her hair out so much that she got dizzy and fell over.
They should have left that in. I would have laughed
At least in the
that.
bloopers. You know what I mean?
The Montecito Picture Company originally purchased the film under the title Ugly Americans, but later changed it so fans of Road Trip would want to see it.
So it's not even like, it's just they took a name. Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's like piggybacking off of somebody else, you know what I mean?
Right. And then, so this one I had, you guys are going to hate this, but I found it kind of funny, but I am also fucked in the head. So despite all the political correctness in the film, there is one scene that was even too much for the studio, referred to as the Anne Frank sex scene. No?
Okay, so explain the hold on.
I'm going.
Okay.
So the scene was never filmed, but is available in the script on the DVD version. Cooper finds a flyer for a sex club called The Secret Room and accidentally misidentifies the house of Anne Frank as the club. Seeing a long line outside, he assumes it is the right place but doesn't want to wait, so he finds the back door. Once inside, he sees a small room with a small bed and decides to get naked and wait for the sex worker, but soon finds himself exposed in front of a tour group. The scene then had him reaching for a mannequin that was small. You can guess who the mannequin was modeled after.
Anne Frank.
Yes. To cover himself with. The producers basically said hell no to the scene. And they rewrote the Club Vandersex scene.
Probably a good thing.
I agree, but to read that was funny to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand the hilarity of it, but yeah, I could see where they're like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could see writing that and giggling, you know, like being in the writer's room and be like, that would be funny, but like, no. And like that's in bad taste.
Yeah,
it's in bad taste.
Yeah.
You should not film that. You should not show
Not
that
even
to
because
people.
it's Anne Frank, but because it's supposed to be a small child.
Right,
You know what I mean? Like-
yeah, like there's nothing about that is in good taste.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. So 95% of this movie was filmed in Prague. So it wasn't actually all over Europe. It was just in Prague. And they used
Prague?
a lot of
Is it Prague?
Is it Prague?
I think so.
Prague. Tomato. But yeah, they used a lot of green screens, backgrounds, things like that.
You could see that in a couple of areas.
The only time I really noticed it was the Big Ben scene. That looked fake to me. That
The what?
The Big Ben when they were in London. The very first time.
Yeah, the very first scene.
Yeah,
I
that one I noticed big time, but the rest I didn't notice so much. It didn't seem
Yeah,
so
I
bad.
know the London scene. I was like, that almost looks not real. Like,
Right, that was.
I kind of thought to myself, like, did they film this on location or?
Right.
The thing that I think is funny about that is they go to London and decide to beat up a guy who was wearing a London shirt in London.
Well, it's kind of like Cooper walking around with a shirt with his own face on it. Like, who does that? I mean, I kind of want a shirt with my own face on it now.
I'm pretty sure you can go to the UPS store or something.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I could, but that's hilarious to me. This last one. While filming the nude beach scene, Jacob Pitts, the guy who played Cooper, would not put his shorts back on because he enjoyed how uncomfortable it made the rest of the cast.
That's good shit.
That is all for the trivia. And Matt, you are up next week. So what are we watching?
Don't tell us. You gotta do the thing.
Oh yeah, we got to do the game. I almost forgot about the game.
You're about to tell us, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I was. I forgot.
Oh,
I knew you would.
Okay.
You
Is
go
it
first.
old?
Define old.
Okay, is it like 90s? Is it in the 90s?
Yes.
Is it action?
No.
He said
Well-
drama
Oh, you
earlier.
said it was drama, didn't you?
I think it's drama. It could. I'll say there is action in it.
Okay. Is it like a crime thriller?
Not
What?
really. No.
Are you just going to throw every genre? He said drama. Like,
Could be a crime thriller. That's drama. Like Man on Fire could be considered drama,
that's true.
but it's actually a crime thriller.
I wouldn't consider it a crime drama.
And by the way, Man on Fire is amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's
my favorite Denzel movie. Okay. So there's some action, but it's got drama.
Does it have action film stars in it?
A couple.
A couple. Okay.
Like there are people in it that you see in action movies.
Okay. Is it a cop movie?
No.
Is it a heist movie?
No.
You're about the heist movies
I
today.
love heist movies.
I do too.
I love heist movies. So it's from the 90s. Is it early 90s or late 90s?
I think it's the late 90s. I'm not sure.
Is there romance in it?
A little bit. It's not overpowering.
Okay, you said drama, so that's where my
Yeah, I don't like overpowered.
Yeah, it's not overpowering.
Okay.
I can't wait till February.
Why?
I got the perfect Valentine's.
We didn't even do a Thanksgiving movie.
I know, but I got the perfect Valentine's movie.
Okay, is there big name movie stars in it?
Yes.
Yeah, you said action.
Well, it doesn't mean they're big name.
Yeah, fair enough. Chuck Norris.
No. I'm
Damn.
sorry.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No.
Arnold.
No.
Sylvester.
No.
Like of that stature or not?
No.
Okay. Danny
Liam
Trejo.
Neeson.
No.
Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Ha!
Really?
He mentioned him earlier, so I'm like,
Liam Neeson.
90s Liam Neeson.
From the 90s?
Does it have a plane in it? We got lucky twice.
It's not Taken, is it? Like Taken's
No,
2000.
that's 2000s.
So it's late 90s with Liam Neeson. Fuck, I don't even
think
know.
late 90s.
I don't even know of like any Liam Neeson movies from the 90s.
Okay, I'm gonna give a hint.
Hold on, no, we didn't ask for a hint.
Yeah, we didn't ask for one yet.
Is that how we do
Yeah,
it?
we
Yeah,
have
we
to
get
ask
one
for
hint
it.
apiece.
Yeah, we have to ask for it though.
Can I have a hint?
Do you really want
Yeah, I want a hint.
It's a period piece.
Okay. It's not Schindler's List, is it?
No.
Because I know he's in Schindler's List.
Period piece. Liam Neeson. Period piece.
Is it like a war movie?
No.
Liam Neeson.
There is a war going on during it,
Okay.
but it's not a huge part of the movie.
And it's not Schindler's List.
No.
I think I know what it is, but I don't know the name of the movie. I can see it in my head.
I definitely know I've never seen this movie.
Just name a couple questions and I can tell you if it's it. Like a big part that you think would give it away.
I can't think of any good questions either. Like I can
A period piece.
see-
Okay, so
I can see him, his character in my head, but like I can't even think of the period. Like a good question to say, like, is it during this period?
is it during the 1800s?
Yes. I do believe.
Is he the only big name actor in it?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
No.
Is he the main character?
No.
Okay. Fuck, Karen. Dude.
I know.
She's got
No.
ideas.
I know. That's not. No, that's not the movie I was thinking it was. So I was wrong.
I bet somebody out there who's listening is
Like
screaming.
like screaming.
It's this.
fucking- well, they're not screaming right now because we're recording. But
Yeah.
when they listen,
When
they're
they
gonna be
listen
like,
to
"You
it, yeah,
sons
yeah,
of
you
bitches,
motherfuckers! It's this, you dumbasses."
Fuck.
1800s.
He's not the main guy though. So
Were you thinking of a movie where he's the main guy?
yeah,
Then I don't think you're close. Though.
yeah. It's not the movie I was thinking of.
Does it have Sean Connery in it?
No.
What?
Is Gabriel Byrne in it by chance?
Who the fuck is that?
Okay.
Fuck, man. I'm trying to think, and I
I don't
can't.
know. If you're wanting to know certain actors, some of them you might have to show pictures because I don't know.
I might be stumped on this one. I don't know.
I know. I'm having a really hard
A
time.
period piece with Liam Neeson.
All right, I'll take my hint.
Oh, what should I give you for a hint? It has crap. No, I can't remember his name. Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Oh, Man in the Iron Mask. I was
yeah.
right.
Nope.
Damn it.
No?
Mm-mm.
He's not in Man in the Iron Mask.
Yeah, he is.
Liam Neeson?
Oh no, no, he's not.
Leonardo
Fuck.
DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio and Liam Neeson. The fuck
I'm
were they
surprised-
in?
That should give you the movie. I mean, right away. If you guys don't have it,
Somebody's screaming at their
It's
fucking
not.
head.
You say it's a 1800s?
You said period piece of Leonardo DiCaprio went right to Man in the Iron Mask, which is a really
It's not
good fucking
Titanic.
movie. No,
He's not in that.
no.
God
I
damn.
really want you guys to get it. I mean, come on. It has.
Oh, Gangs of New York.
Yes!
Liam
How do I
Neeson-
win?
Liam Neeson's in that?
He's Leonardo DiCaprio's father. He dies in the beginning.
Fuck, dude. So Cameron Diaz and
Yep.
what's his fucking name? The really high profile actor.
There's a lot of those.
No. He's like the main bad guy.
I think his name's Billy the Butcher, and he's actually an actor who he came back to play that part.
Well, he did other acting. He played Abraham Lincoln. He was in There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, I think what I'm saying is
I don't think
heard
I've
he came
actually
back to
seen this
see it.
movie from beginning to end.
I have. It's been. I think I saw when
bought
it came out.
because I watched it again.
It's a really good flick, though.
It's a good flick, yeah. And
It'll be
would
interesting
that
to revisit it.
Would that be considered
This
of
movie is
action?
almost 3 hours long.
It's got some action in it.
Yeah.
Damn, 3 hours.
And the war,
2 hours and
the
47
war,
minutes.
the Civil War.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm not sure if it's 1800, but when they're there's a part where they're
I would say it's definitely more of an over dramatization of that time.
yeah, because there's
It's the genre of it says drama crime.
Crime
Is it
drama,
crime
yeah.
now? I didn't know if
Drama
it would
crime.
be considered crime or not. But because there's a part where they're coming off the boat from Ireland, and some of them joined the military right away because it's like they're saying, "Hey, you come to the military and fight for your country that you just got to."
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this all the way through. The only thing I really remember people saying about it is like Cameron Diaz throws you off.
She does. She's like,
She's Irish.
She doesn't look-
really play good Irish.
she also doesn't look like Cameron Diaz. She looks very.
She looks
She looks
kinda
more like a street rat than anything.
Like I heard that her acting throws you off. Like she doesn't, like everybody else puts you in that era
Except her.
except her.
Yeah.
Like anytime she's in the scene, you're like,
Yeah, she doesn't.
you're
do it
fucking
very-
me up here.
Yeah,
like
she
everybody
doesn't-
else is keeping me in the zone, and you're fucking me
Yeah,
up.
I will say I like Cameron Diaz, but she does not do a good.
I've never liked Cameron Diaz. I've never liked anything she's done.
Oh, well, I don't. I
I've
can't say
never-
I like her. I don't really have an opinion of her. There's
I
certain
do.
things
I've
I
never
like
liked
and
her.
then certain
She was a
things I
great hot chick for The Mask.
That's exactly
That's
what I
it.
was gonna
Like,
say.
she was
That's
hot
the only
in
thing
The
I can,
Mask, and
Yeah,
then
that's
after
the only thing I
that,
can think of
I've
that
never liked
I
her.
liked.
I liked her
in.
in Something About Mary, but that's only because she wasn't the main person. Because
I've only seen that movie like twice, and I don't remember being over.
oh, it's a great movie. Matt Dillon kills it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
but
sure
like
he
her,
does.
she doesn't play like a. She's Mary, but she's like not the pivotal
Yeah.
person in the movie. But yeah, I've never cared about Cameron Diaz. I think she's just an annoying person. I liked her in The Mask because she was like the hot chick, but that was it. Like that's all I like.
Well, she didn't really even talk all that.
Exactly.
Much.
She
didn't
was
have
just
a lot of
there to
lines,
be-
and she
like I
just
said,
sang
she was
or
the love
whatever.
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I still think one of the best parts of the Mask though was I really like the Cuba Pete song.
oh yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Oh, for real?
I think I've only seen it like even maybe once too. I think I went to
Really?
Yeah, I think I went to the
Dude,
theaters
me and Cody
seen
used to watch that movie religiously.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it all that
Oh, wow.
much, to be honest.
Yeah, me and Cody used to be in love with that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well, so next week we're watching Gangs of New York. Synopsis for that movie. It was 2 hours and 47 minutes, so
Yeah,
we're gonna,
it's not a short movie.
Not at all.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to pick it for a while, but then stuff kept coming up. Like I was going to pick it, but then the Weird Al movie came up, and then
Yeah. So the synopsis is it's 1863. Amsterdam Valen returns to the 5 Points of America to seek vengeance against the psychotic gangland Kingpin Bill the Butcher, who murdered his father years earlier. With an eager pickpocket by his side and a whole new army, Valen fights his way to seek vengeance on the Butcher and restore peace in the area.
This ain't late 90s. This is 2000s. That movie came out in
did it come
2000s.
out in 2000?
I'm almost positive.
2002.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
That's
said
cool.
I wasn't for sure.
That's cool. I still wouldn't have guessed it.
He just kept fucking with us, didn't he? It's just weird because like I'm telling you, I've not seen this movie all the way through. I know I haven't. I've seen bits and
I've
pieces,
seen it once all the way through.
but
Yeah.
it's just funny because he said that and then he said that and I was like, Gangs of New York, I know that.
Yeah, I would have never guessed that because I didn't know Liam Neeson was in it.
I finally got one.
Yeah, there you go. You're winning.
I really wanted you guys to like the once I thought once I gave you the Leonardo DiCaprio, you guys were going to get it.
No, because he's done so many movies.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of period pieces with him, and I'm like, fuck,
He
I don't
had
I
know.
know
Yeah,
that's
quite
what
a
that's
bit.
where I was
Because-
when I was thinking
And
of
I
all
didn't
the
even
period
like
pieces.
Wasn't
Gangs of New
Revenant-
York.
wasn't
No,
Revenant
no,
a period
Revenant
piece?
didn't.
No.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
but I wouldn't classify it strictly as a period piece. I would classify it more as like a action kind of, you know what I mean? Like
action drama. No,
But I'm saying,
I don't
like,
know if it's a true story.
what I'm
It's
saying
based
though
on
is like
true story. Revenant
the
is, yeah.
the story
That's a good
necessarily
fucking movie, though,
doesn't
dude.
hinge on the
I
fact that
haven't
it's
seen
during.
You
that
never seen it?
period.
Dude, Leonardo DiCaprio, dude, he deserved that Oscar for that movie.
I heard that he deserved his
Yeah,
Oscar, but
dude.
there was also a lot of people
He's
who got
deserved
mad
an Oscar
because
for a
he.
long time though.
There were a lot of people that were happy he got an Oscar because they said that. There were a lot of people that said he deserved an Oscar way before.
He did. Yeah,
Oh,
for
he
sure.
did. He's done a lot of good movies.
Yeah,
When he
he
was
has.
young, I didn't like him. But
I've never had a problem with him.
No, I've always thought he was an amazing actor.
I never had a problem with him.
Yeah.
I didn't really like him when he was younger, but then he got to a point where it was like he's a good actor. He's a really good actor. I liked when
Cody was obsessed with him back when in Titanic. Dude, she loved that movie. Like, she was obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio from that movie.
There's a lot of jokes about him though, like he won't date a woman over 30 or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah,
He keeps
35 or
dating
something.
younger and younger. Well, he's Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, you know what I mean? When does
As
it
he
get
ages,
weird?
though, he looks more and more like Jack Nicholson.
He does, though.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, Gangs of New York.
Next week, baby.
It's a good flick.
All right,
And
well,
I think it's the longest movie we picked.
probably. Jesus, 3 hours.
That's a long one.
I have to carve out a whole entire evening for this. 'Cause you know, your kids come downstairs, you got to pause the fucking movie, make a
yeah.
popcorn,
Yo.
whatever the fuck they want.
No, my two
3
older,
hours turns into 6
Yeah,
real
my
quick.
two older ones are no to leave me the fuck alone. It's my youngest. He's always like, "Mom, hey, mom." Or
Yeah.
he's down there turning on lights and shit. It's like, dude, this is my living room. Like, I pay the bills.
Where
here.
was he today?
He was at his grandma's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we came in and I seen Gavin and Madison. And I was kind of like, "Where's Jackson?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, happy Thanksgiving from the Bonsai
Yeah,
Movie
turkey.
Crew.
Good and safe Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have a great Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody is thankful for something.
Absolutely.
If
Everybody
not,
have a great turkey day.
If you're not thankful, no turkey.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.